Well, good morning, you beauties. I'm Zanzi. Welcome to it. This is officially your feel-good kickstart to a brand new day, possibly the best day of your life.
Wow, are we setting the bar that high?
Take ownership of it, girl.
We will.
Looking like this.
Looking like this?
I don't know whose party you going to. Life is a party today.
Exactly.
Okay?
And we've got to manifest the days that we want. In fact, dress for the day that you want. And that's exactly the energy we're channeling through today. From Cape Town, we're definitely marking early pregnancy and STI Awareness Week today, opening up important conversations around health and also awareness when it comes to quite a milestone in many women's lives.
And the girl, child, dad, it's time for you to step into the conversation as well. Cannot wait to broach that one. Then we also, as we do, head into the kitchen with Louise Holst, who's serving up something delicious to start your day. It's not going to feel like breakfast, I promise you. Then we're going to add a touch of glamour as we unpack the standout red carpet looks from the Grammys. The Grammys were different yesterday.
It was different.
Absolutely amazing.
The energy in the room was incredible. The statements that people stood for was amazing. And of course, Tyler. We got another superstar out in Jersey, though. What did Tyler say? They ain't never met a pretty girl from Joburg. What's up, Stanley?
You better stop it now, my beautiful Cape Town family. Good morning. I'm Zanzi. Hello and welcome to the biggest and best breakfast show in the land. And it is that only because of you. And thank you so much for joining us. It is literally our country duty to come here and wake you up and make sure that you go off into your day smiling with that gorgeous smile of yours. So how exactly are we doing that? Well, I mean, you heard what it is that Cape Town is going to be bringing your way. But here in Johannesburg, the music is exactly what we're getting into with today's featured artist, Feza Langa, who's sharing his sound and his story, something so special and so beautiful. One of the biggest genres in South if you did not know. But we'll also chat to Taka Africa about the power of literacy and mother tongue-based learning and why language matters in shaping young futures. Oh, my friend, I do tell you this much. We're going to be getting into everything wholesome, everything good this morning. And we're so glad we get to do so right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But I need you to stick around because Mzansi, and we need to make sure that you've got all of the information you need for the day. Let's check out what's happening in the news with the gorgeous Carissa.
Well, thank you, Zanele. 2 minutes after 6 o'clock Mzansi, let's get straight into our national news. We get started here with US President Donald Trump, who has threatened to sue South African comedian Trevor Noah. And that's over remarks made while Noah hosted the Grammy Awards in Los Angeles. The dispute centers on a joke following Billie Eilish's win for Song of the Year, referencing Trump's past interest in Greenland and recently released Jeffrey Epstein files. Now, posting on Truth Social, Trump called the Grammys unwatchable and accused Noah of defamation. Now, both Trump and former President Bill Clinton appear in the Epstein sex trafficking and abuse documents, though both deny any wrongdoing. In other news in our country, struggle stalwart Leon Levy has died in Cape Town at the age of 96. Now, Levy was the last surviving signatory of the Freedom Charter and a prominent trade unionist. Now, he joined the Communist Party as a teenager and later helped establish the South African Congress of Trade Unions, serving as its president. Arrested during the treason trial of 1956, Levi was acquitted in 1961 and remained politically active for decades. Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa hailed his sacrifice and enduring contribution to democracy. In your international news making headlines, British government-owned investor Gridworks has signed agreements to develop electricity transmission projects worth about $400 million in Ethiopia. The deals, signed during a visit by Britain's Foreign Minister, mark Ethiopia's first public-private partnerships in its transmission network. The projects will expand renewable energy, improve regional connections, and accelerate household electrification. Now, the UK also pledged technical assistance funding. British officials say the initiative supports job creation in the Horn of Africa. Meanwhile, Israel has reopened the Rafah border crossing between Gaza and Egypt, allowing limited movement in and out under a ceasefire agreement. Now, dozens of Palestinians, including patients seeking medical treatment abroad, were expected to cross, though progress was slowed by security checks. Now, Rafah remains Gaza's only pedestrian exit point and is viewed as a critical lifeline. Access requires Israeli approval and passage through multiple checkpoints. Now, the reopening follows months of closure despite continued Israeli strikes elsewhere in the Gaza Strip. Let's close off on this note with a new Grammy and a new album on the way. I mean, 2026 is shaping up to be South Africa's superstar Tyler's biggest year yet. Now, the Water hitmaker revealed backstage at the Grammys that his second studio album called A-Pop will drop this summer, moments after winning his second Grammy for Best African Music Performance with Push to Start. Known for blending together pop, R&B and amapiano into his signature pop piano sound, the 24-year-old says the project reflects growth, confidence and new creative freedom. Now, fans spotted early clues with the album title hidden in her Chanel music video. With a tour planned and charts already conquered, Tyler's global rise shows no sign of slowing down. And we're absolutely here for our global superstar. On that feel-good note, we close up your 6 o'clock news. It's time now for your sports.
Thank you so much, my beautiful friend. While we wait to find out if Tyler's made it into our SAT 20 team for the World Cup, let's find out who else has made the nod. Now, we start with cricket this morning. Sri Lanka, in fact, notably omitting Test captain Dhananjaya De Silva from their 15-man T20 World Cup squad, citing poor recent form. That while Dusan Shanaka will lead the hosts to begin their campaign up against Ireland this coming Sunday. Then injured seamer Eshan Malinga was also included as Sri Lanka prepared to co-host the tournament, of course, alongside India. Now let's get into some rugby news. Maro Itoje will begin England's Six Nations opener against Wales on the bench. Sadly, that was after bereavement leave. And then Jamie George captains the side at Twickenham. Henry Arundel makes his first England start since the 2023 World Cup, back in the fold now, while England aim to extend their winning run over Wales to 12 matches. Let me get back into some English footy, or European at least, as Sunderland reignited their European ambitions with a dominant 3-0 home win over Burnley at the Stadium of Light, with Habib Diarra striking twice before Chemsdeen Talbi sealed the result with a stunning long-range effort. And Burnley offered little resistance, it must be said, as Sunderland extended their impressive home run this season. They've had a fantastic start to the year. Now we're staying with footballing news now, as Udinese claimed back-to-back Serie A wins for the first time since September. That by edging Roma 1-0 in Udine. And Jurgen Ekelenkamp's deflected second-half free kick provided that decisive moment as the hosts defended resolutely, snapping a 6-game losing run against Roma and denting the visitors' push for that top four. Lots happening behind the scenes in the Roma camp as well, so watch that space. But that's where we leave our sport for now. We'll touch on those headlines. Likewise, the news at around 7 o'clock this morning. At the foot of the day, always important to know what's ahead. Let's get the weather in.
Thank you so much, Graham. Let's have a look at what your Tuesday weather has for you in Mzansi so that you can prepare for the day. Now we get started out in Polokwane, where your week starts off with thunderstorms, and our temperatures will start off with a low of 18 and reach a high of 31 degrees with light winds expected from the north. Now rainfall is expected over the next couple of days, but by Thursday it clears up significantly. Out in Klerksdorp on this Tuesday, you can expect scattered thunderstorms for your side of town. 18 as your low, climbing to a scorching 33 degrees today, with light winds coming through from the northwest. Our temperatures are in the lower 30s and are expected for the rest of the week. Out in Pretoria today, you'll experience mostly cloudy skies accompanied by scattered thunderstorms. Now, light winds are expected from the northwest with an 18-degree low and a 31-degree high rather. Rainfall is expected over the next few days, so do pay attention to that. Out in Johannesburg today, you'll experience mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms. Now, temperatures will range between a low of 16 and reach 28 as your high, with light winds from the northwest. You're in for a period of wet weather as rainy conditions are forecast for the rest of the week. Well, in Mbombela, you are up next, and today brings afternoon thunderstorms with light winds from the northeast. Your temperatures look like a 19-degree start and a 31-degree high today. Out in Bloemfontein, today brings mostly partly cloudy conditions, and that will be accompanied by scattered thunderstorms with light winds from the northwest. Now, 19 is your low, but that will rise to a 36-degree high today. But the wet pattern does continue in the week, with temperatures reaching the mid to upper 30s. We head to the coastline now. Out in Richards Bay today, you'll experience partly cloudy skies with a low of 23 and a high of 31 degrees today. Moderate winds are expected from the northeast, but clear skies with warm temperatures are forecast up until Thursday. Out in Durbs today, you can expect mostly cloudy skies in Durban. Temperatures will range between 24 and 30 degrees. Your winds, they will be moderate coming from the northeast, and your temperatures are definitely going to be high and remaining in the 30s all the way through to the weekend. Well, Mthatha, what's it looking like on your side? Today you'll experience afternoon thunderstorms. Temperatures will start off with a low of 21 and reach a high of 32 degrees today. Now, light winds are expected from the southeast and heavy rainfall is expected for the rest of the week. Well, Kradak, you're up next, where your region will experience scattered thunderstorms today. Temperatures will range between a low of 20 degrees and reach a high of 36, with moderate winds coming through from the west there. Now, high temperatures in the mid to upper 30s are expected for the rest of the week. Abeja, let's see your side. You'll experience partly cloudy skies out in GQ. Now, temperatures will range between 22 and 26 today, with moderate winds coming through from the east. Warm temperatures accompanied by rain is forecast for the rest of the week. Oh, gorgeous George, you're up next, where today brings partly cloudy conditions. That's what's happening on your side, with temperatures ranging between a low of 20 and a high of 26 degrees today. Your wind will be light and coming through from the south, and rainfall is expected over the next couple of days. Well, out in the mother city today, you start your Tuesday with cloudy skies. It's also going to be mostly sunny as the day does progress. 20 as your low, 25 degrees as your high. As for the rest of the week, the wind does pick up by tomorrow and into the weekend. Out in Sutherland, you'll experience abundant sunshine today. Now, temperatures will range between 17 but climb to 31 degrees today. Moderate winds are expected to come through from the west, and high temperatures in the higher 20s and lower 30s are forecast for the rest of the week. On your side, Kimberley, today will bring sunny conditions to your region. Temperatures ranging between a low of 22 and a high of 39 degrees today. Now, winds will be expected and coming through from the west. As for the rest of the week, it will be a bit of a scorcher, so please do stay inside as much as you can. In Uppington, I have a feeling it will be the same. 24 as your low, 42 as your high today, and there will be light winds coming from the southwest. As for the rest of your week, 40 degrees being the trend all the way through till Wednesday, dropping by just 2 going into the weekend. Well, before we wrap up all of your weather today, we've got to check in with what is happening in Richards Bay as far as Fatah Khan's beautiful morning view. And as per usual, Fatah said, let me show you what a piece of heaven looks like. And thank you so much for just representing Richards Bay in the best way. We appreciate you, Fatah Khan. And 31 degrees is what you can expect as your high on your side of town. And that number, if you'd like to be like Fatah, is 063 036 9649. Let us know what it's looking like on your side of town, Mzansi.
Well, luckily, seeing as I'm not spending the day in Uppington today, I can get a little dressed up and layer up, and I think maybe level up just a little bit. Loving the looks that are starting to filter into our little fashion capsule at the moment. I'm a little confused. I'm not entirely sure which direction to go, so I'm going to need your guys' help this morning. And I think we have got 2 beautiful looks. In fact, I am undecided as yet. So Valentine's Day is just less than 2 weeks away. And for me, date night, it's an important one. It is all about showing up with confidence, and denim always delivers. I absolutely love it, and I like the looser fit at the moment. So glad that that trend is back. This is a hashtag Tuesday, and I'm going to need you guys at home to help me choose between 2 date night looks. So please do due diligence here. Okay, we've got option 1. Beautiful, a crisp white t-shirt layered with a pink striped shirt, paired with dark blue straight leg denims. Nice, clean, effortless feel. Absolutely love that look. Love the tones as well. Perfect for this time of the year. Finish it off with some fresh white leather sneakers as we do. Nice, easy, modern, perfect for a laid back yet stylish date night. I like it, and it does kind of fit my vibe. Maybe I need to zhuzh it up just a little bit. Let's take a look at option 2. Classic white button-up shirt. Lovely, layered under a grey blazer. Really like this blazer. I think I might invest in one of these for the season. Styled with some blue loose fit jeans for a nice relaxed contrast. I do actually like that juxtapositioning. Also, the color on those jeans, absolutely cool. And then we got some black chunky loafers to add that bold finishing touch. I think making this perfect balance between polished and effortlessly cool. Both looks really cool, and I think both in my lane, but I'm ultimately going to need you guys to choose. So please, it's over to you. Help me get date night ready. You can head over to our socials. You can head over, of course, if you want to get these looks, to Woolies, in-store, online, or using their amazing app. But for now, I need you to head over to expressoshow.com, to all of our social pages. Have a little bit of a look here and decide, are we going with option A or option B this morning? Ultimately, hashtag styled by Woolies and styled by you. So go and check out their full spread and some amazing seasonal deals right now. As I said, on their app, in-store is always better, or you can check them out online. We're going to have a whole lot of fun and, yes, very, very important conversation in just a mo. We'll start that after this. So after the break, I'm going to put out a trigger warning because I myself have been triggered as the father of a girl child. The idea of having this conversation does terrify me, which means I must lean into it. We are talking about early pregnancy, STIs, and how we can best look after our children and young women in South Africa. So all of us are going to have to kind of check some of our own emotions so that we can have an objective discussion. Dr. Chanel Maternison is here to give us some practical tips on how we can keep our families safe. And we're going to go through the full spectrum, but please, it is concerning early pregnancy and STI. So you need to decide for yourself who in your family is able to join that conversation. A vitally important one begins after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. it is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and welcome back. It is such a good day to have a good day, especially considering that we're still celebrating the 68th Grammy Awards that took place this past Sunday. Now, we're just reveling and enjoying all the beautiful red carpet looks that went down, but we want to know, what was your favorite when it comes to everybody? I mean, Tyler showed up and showed off. Chaperone went a little bit daring with her look as well, and we would love it if you weighed in on our WhatsApp line on 0630369649. Otherwise, you can find us across our socials and drop a picture there at Expresso Show, and that's everywhere from Instagram to Facebook and beyond. For now, though, we're going to get into a really important conversation on your Feel Good Breakfast Show all around early pregnancy and STI awareness with Graham and Dr. Martinison.
Thank you so much, my friend. I did a little bit earlier say that this probably carries a trigger warning, certainly for parents. And if you are a young South African grappling with this crazy time in your own life, yes, this is going to be a difficult conversation, but a vitally important one. Please, if you can, stay connected with us right now. Early pregnancy and sexual health are, I think, often topics that most of us avoid broaching until something sadly goes wrong. And many women only seek medical care once pregnancy symptoms become obvious, while others delay STI testing due to the fear of the stigma, which is perfectly understandable. And with Pregnancy Awareness Week and STI Condom Week underway right now, this is our chance to focus on prevention rather than crisis, especially when it's concerning young people's lives, our youngest people's lives. Now, early checkups can make a significant difference to both the maternal health and the pregnancy outcome, most importantly, and understanding what's normal and what's not helps people seek care sooner, and that's our overriding goal here. And joining us to unpack this rather interesting conversation this morning, Dr. Chanel Martinison from Inno Health Medical Centers. I'm a dad. I didn't think I'd be having this conversation for another 15 years at least, but it's vitally important, as I have been saying all morning, that we all do have this conversation. Yep. I'm going to, for myself, check the religious conversation. I'm going to check the emotional, the spiritual, that for a moment. Pastor can have that conversation later today. We are looking after our young women. We are looking after babies through a critical phase. Let's talk about early pregnancy and understanding what we're talking about, first of all. Just set the scene for us, because this is obviously a vitally important week for spreading the word.
Yeah, so it's so important to understand what's happening in your body. So some people, like you said earlier, you don't even know that you're pregnant, and then, you know,
almost a full
weeks,
term in a young person.
We've seen so many moms, you know, end up at the hospital and they deliver at 9 months and never knowing that they were pregnant. But so the early pregnancy checkups are vitally important. And in that first trimester, so much more important, because so much is happening. You might not see it.
To you and baby.
Yeah, so you might not see the changes, but internally so much is happening. So baby's organs are developing, so the brain, the spine, the heart. So many moms are actually so shocked when they see the heart beating on this, when I do a 6-week scan.
Yeah, that little...
And they're like, it's already there. At 6 weeks, the heart's already there. So baby organs are developing, so that's important. So obviously infections, your nutrition as the mom, because you are the host of this little fetus
you're one
happening.
system now, for sure.
Yeah, so alcohol, smoking, all of those things can impact that organ development. So then there's also early pregnancy checkups would also help you to just put those things in place. So, you know, the healthy lifestyle habits. So folic acid from an early stage in the pregnancy.
The building blocks.
Yeah, even ideally pre-conception, you should be on folic acid along with the iron. And then doing those checkups like the antenatal testing. So we actually screen for STIs, which is what we'll speak about soon. But we check for syphilis, HIV, because those things actually influence the pregnancy going forward.
Quite dramatically. So let's talk about first the early warning signs, if you will.
Yeah.
What should we be?
So unfortunately, sometimes these symptoms look a lot like PMS symptoms. So people are like, is it premenstrual syndrome or is it pregnancy? So they're not really sure. But the most common symptoms that you would be feeling without even doing the test yet would be unusual fatigue. So because so much is happening in your body, it's
massive
actually taking
redirection
so much
of
energy.
resource.
Yes. So that unusual fatigue, breast tenderness and enlargement, moodiness excessively. So very similar to PMS, food aversions and nausea. not just morning sickness, but food aversion.
So it almost says it's almost more important that you've got a sounding board to be able to talk about these things.
Yes.
And if you're going to start that conversation with your daughter as early as possible, and your sons,
Yeah. Yep.
to understand the implications of this phase of life specifically.
Yeah.
But that conversation needs to be happening regularly so that if it
Yeah.
doesn't show up as something different,
Yes.
you've got a benchmark.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let's bring in the STI element here. What are the fears when it comes to STI, specifically when a pregnancy,
Yeah.
when concerned to a pregnancy?
So when a mom comes, we do those antenatal testing, like the HIV, syphilis, hepatitis B is also considered as an STI. So we actually do that as a baseline. So we'll check those blood tests because obviously HIV very common in South Africa, and there's treatment. So we
Yeah.
need to start it. So that's why testing it early is the most important. And I mean, it's heartbreaking that I've had so many pregnant moms who would be testing positive in their pregnancy and they never knew that they
had no
actually had it. It was
idea.
just because we tested because they were pregnant. So people weren't testing before they were pregnant. So it's the HIV that actually, because the baby can actually be on treatment once they're born and the moms can be on treatment. But then the other things like syphilis actually affects babies' infection when they're born. So actually we want to protect them from it. So we'd rather, know it early on so that we know when the baby's born how we can treat it.
You can be empowered, and that's
Yeah.
the vital jumping off point here.
Yeah.
Early detection allows us to treat, and the treatment options that are available today are so effective for you and for baby. But early understanding, early detection and action, vitally important. We're not letting Doc go anywhere. Why? Because she's in her scrubs today with the most zhuzh shoes we've ever seen coming out of a medical space. But if you've got any questions, please, if you are possibly going through something right now and you'd like to share some insights or ask for some enlightenment, please, this is an open and a safe place to continue the discussion, which we'll do in just a moment.
Right now is where I just am getting into my Zen moment. And I say that because we're getting into a gentle start, okay? And we're going to be getting into some mindful healing right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We told you that we are getting into many different things, but something that you definitely deserve is just gentle healing and really coming into knowing how you can do so mindfully. Now, that's not all, because, my friend, have you gone onto social media to vote for Graham's look? Have you seen how beautiful he looks already, ne? But then we need your help for him to elevate how he's looking this morning, all thanks to Woolies. And we always ask you to help us out on hashtag Styled by Woolies, all in the name of what absolutely beautiful outfit is going to be chosen by you. Do the right thing and head on over to social media. It is your last chance to vote for my Graham. However, right about now, we're going to jump on into a short break. When we do come back, we got so much more coming your way right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for choosing to rejoin our conversation, a vitally important one as we look at the vital awareness around early pregnancy detection and STIs. I know it's a very difficult conversation that carries a lot of stigma. We are pushing back because we want to keep our young parents safe and our babies safe through this space. And if we can prevent getting into the space uneducated, we definitely have to.
Yeah.
Where do we begin with the checks? What kind of list would you kind of draw up for when we start, once we have the assumption or the that seed, now that we might be pregnant? Where do we start?
So first thing I think for the females is to understand when their last period was. So that would be the first thing. I know for some women it's a bit difficult because it's irregular and they're just not sure and it can change. But first thing would be, because your doctor will ask you when was your last period. So that's the one thing. When they're coming in for the checkups, we would do a urine pregnancy test, or there's even a blood test that we can do. So sometimes the urine doesn't pick it up as early as what the blood test would pick it up. So we'll do a urine or a blood test. And then obviously the earlier we can scan, the better, so that we can actually, goes forward into the next how are we going to guide the pregnancy, because we need to date the pregnancy. So we need to check that the pregnancy is actually in the uterus when we scan, because there can be so many ectopic pregnancies. So we'll check for all of those things. We'll obviously do things like blood pressure checks, like sugar checks, because that can happen. Even as a young person, you may not have had high blood pressure or diabetes before, but you could get it in your pregnancy.
Things change so dramatically through that gateway.
So we'll do all of those basic checks.
Doing a pregnancy test yourself versus going in to have it professionally done in this particular case, when dealing with young moms, when there are so many questions. Maybe this is a bit of a subjective question to ask you, but I feel you are pretty educated to weigh in. How do you feel about?
I get a lot of those, actually. A lot of young moms coming and
look.
And they show me, so we would retest. So we just need to, even though they're showing me a positive pregnancy picture, I would need to retest it. It's the same urine test.
Go through the same
process. It would have been the same. Yeah, it would be the same. And some of them come because they want me to tell them it's not true, or they come because they need to just confirm that it is true. So often I put out like 30 minutes for this session to actually talk to them and go through what's important, what not to do.
It's a softer landing.
They've got so many questions. It actually takes, it's a longer consult actually. But we would do the same urine test. If it is that it's under 5 weeks, and it may be that we tested too early, we can actually do the blood test. So a lot of them want to see that the blood test says yes, they are positive or not. So we'll actually do that. But it's oftentimes it's a very common question. But
I'm sorry. I think I even felt my heart going like this the second I said pregnancy test. I think there are dads and moms all over the country right now freaking out. It's okay. We are calm. We're calm.
It's okay.
Let's talk about prevention when it comes to STIs in particular. How effective are condoms?
It's not a good contraceptive, but it's actually quite good in terms of STIs.
Can you repeat that? It's not a good
It's not a good contraceptive. Yes, it's very low down on the contraceptive list. So if we're talking about pregnancy prevention, that would be the low down option. But in terms of STI prevention, it is actually quite effective. In terms of HIV, it has an effectiveness of like 95 to 98%. Wow. So if it's used properly and consistently. So for HIV, it's good. Chlamydia and gonorrhea, it also has somewhat of like a 90% effectiveness. Although things like herpes and HPV, it might be a little bit limited. Our professors in med school always said herpes is your truest true love. It never leaves you. So do not get it. For syphilis, it can protect you. But if it's not over the parts where there are sores, it will then, be spread. Yeah, it will transfer. So in terms of HIV, chlamydia and gonorrhea, it's a good option.
But not for preventing.
Not contraceptive.
Exactly.
There are many other contraceptive
I'll let you mention just about every villain's name there in the last 5 minutes to hopefully inspire fear and terror at the notion. This is such a big, serious phase of life. If you are planning, if all the ducks are in a row and we are dealing with this reality as it is in front of us, what advice do you have for young couples, young mothers especially?
I always tell my moms, the young mothers, I say it's a 50-50. So you need a healthy male and a healthy female for a healthy pregnancy. So if they're wanting to plan their pregnancy in the next year, the pre-pregnancy checkup is vitally important. So moms should be having a pap smear. Females often think they need to only get a pap smear at 30 years old. No, you need a pap smear when you are sexually active. So
Okay.
come as soon as you are sexually active.
Educate.
Yes, so pap smears are important because then we can test for HPV. So we can actually see all those other infections that could be there. So we know what's happening with the cervix. Then I would say they need to start with folic acid and iron ahead of time. So and with the males and the females, healthy lifestyles, optimizing their health, no
It becomes
smoking.
a lot more supportive as well when you're
Yes.
both on the same
Yes.
same plane.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to ask you what you would like people to leave with after this week of awareness, but I have a feeling,
much.
yeah,
All of
we'd be
it.
here for another 3.5 hours. It really does strike me. The bottom line here is we've got to become comfortable having these difficult conversations.
Yeah.
If I can chew on this for 8 minutes on live TV, I think you can do this with your kids as well. That early detection stems from an open channel of communication. That's the bottom line. You've got to be able to talk about these things. I know it is a challenging conversation. Having it before something happens, not nearly as challenging as having it after. Either way, though, we are here for our girls, we are here for our babies, and we want to keep them safe. So thank you for doing that every day. And thank you for rocking up in your scrubs. I almost feel like giving you a little round of applause. And we're going to keep you around to talk about some more health concerns for us, maybe older folk a little bit later on. But right now, let's chill out.
Well, thank you so much for that conversation. Young or old, we want you to meet us exactly where you're at, on a mat or some soft space around you to join us in this movement. We've got Jim Harrington who joins us this morning, who basically will be taking us through a mindful healing exercise and also breath work for a gentle start to this morning. So welcome, Jim, and thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So we're going to get through a gentle workout and gentle breathing. Where do we begin today?
Just like this, kneeling, one hand on your tummy, and as you breathe in, you should feel that your stomach expands forward. So that's diaphragmatic breathing. This kind of breathing is the best for getting yourself into a restful state. So for a lot of us, we're breathing too much up here in the chest.
Got you.
Okay, so then from there, just stretch the arms forward, take a little child's pose, relax the head down, take a big breath. Breathe out, relax, come back up. Maybe try this one, hands across your thumb. Make a little fist over the thumb, and then put that into your front of your hip. And then we just slowly fold over the thumbs. It's kind of squishy. See if you can still breathe. See if you can relax your head. It opens up the back, so get your lower back to mobilize. Okay, then inhale your arms up. We stretch forward again. And then come up to 4-point base. Yeah, try cat and cow. That is rounding up and lowering down. Move with your breathing. So this encourages full breathing, full lung capacity. And you can circle your shoulders. So what I'm doing is just some simple movement with breathing awareness. So that allows us to be really present and focused. And I always tell people, mental focus can be trained, you know? So then round your back up, that's it. And push with your feet, lift your hips to downward dog. Yeah, and the heels can be up. Take a big breath in. And step left foot forward, put down your knee. Yeah. Okay, try this one. So you open up your left arm, you look away from me, that's it. Then bring your elbow down. So that's an exhale. You're pretty flexible. Inhale, open, and exhale down. Yeah, do 2 more of those.
I feel like the whole body is opening up.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is like a whole body stretch. Okay, we change sides, step back. Take the other leg. Yeah, you can have the knee off if you want to. Inhale up. Exhale, compress. So a lot of the movements and postures, you're either expanding or contracting. So think of it like compress and then expand. Okay, and then step back. From downward dog, draw your feet together. Try this, raise your left leg. Your left, that's it. Fold your knee, you got it. Bring the knee under, Try and bring your knee to your nose. Bit of an ab action. Place the foot, shuffle a bit. Bend your back knee. Yeah, now take your left hand, your left, I'm using my right, and pull it back to your chest. Yeah, and stand up. Yeah,
Oh, not my
bit of
knees
balance.
popping.
This is called archer.
Which arm is out? The opposite
That
one?
one.
This one.
Yes, that's it. And then you're going to shoot, so we're facing each other. There we are. Now copy me here. This arm up, circle, cross, wrap yourself up. Good, and sink. Good, now take your elbow on your knee.
This one?
You got it. Turn this leg in. You follow and then reach out. Open your side, lovely. Take a breath. And come up, big circles again. Wrap it up. Sink. Good, elbow on your knee. And open like that. Back leg straight, 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 that's it. And one more like that. Big circles, expand, then compress, then lower. See if you can get hands to the floor. Yeah, straighten, turn your feet in. Try this one. Like you're pulling a bow. And then change hands, pulling a bow. Change hands. Okay. Squat back down.
Whew. All I'm saying is that even I didn't know I was this flexible, Jim. This is incredible. We're going to go to the quickest ad break. We'll probably continue during that as well. But if you joined us, thank you so much for meeting us exactly where you are. And I hope that you feel grounded. And we'll see you straight after this break. All right. Thank you. Namaste.
Okay.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back, and yes, we are feeling good on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thank you for joining us this morning. Now, earlier, as you know, in this hour, it is Fashion Poll Hour. We asked you at home to help our boy Graham choose between two perfect date night looks. And once again, Mzansi, you came on through. Now, the results are in, and here's the winning look that you love most. Wait. You thought I was going to go there first? Nope. We first have to get through some of your comments and see exactly what led you to choosing your best look yet. Well, Linda got in touch first and foremost. Good morning, Linda, saying definitely option 1. I love the definitive energy that you're bringing to this, Linda. Thank you so much. Let's see who else we have. Well, we've got Michael Wilderman, who says definitely option 1, it is a comfortable look. And I think Graham is going for the more comfy vibe today. He said he loves the baggy denims. So let's see what he looks like in this, if it is the winning option. Claudia, good morning to you, saying option 1, nice and casual. I love that. All right, it seems like option 1 is winning. Let's see if the final one would be that too. Mabel, good morning, saying option 1. It's gotta be. And I'm not gonna say that I kind of try to sway you from behind the camera. I try to use my mental energy, but I'm so glad that you went for that indeed, because it is the best look for our boy Gray. And Graham, please don't even wait any longer. Come on in and show us exactly what this looks like.
Did you use your powers of mindfulness?
Do you understand?
I think so.
After that yoga session, I was like, this has to happen. You look so good.
I love this. I'm loving the loose denim fit
100%.
like it's 1995, yo. Ooh. It is just so cool. I love the dress down look. I think you guys know my vibe. You can dress this up a little bit if you want to put a jacket on, do whatever you can do, but I absolutely love this. 'Tis the season, it's loose, but it's still styled.
Yes.
It's still got a nice little
You
edge
still
to
look
it.
put together, right?
Thank you.
look like you have a job. You look like you've got a family.
Thank
you
you.
look like, you should be respected, but you still
I can
a
drive.
Cool, you
I
can
drive. It looks like I can drive.
But you're definitely a cool dad. Ain't no regular dads present right now.
Love it.
Give us one more spin, Gray. These pants are everything.
No, I love it. I'm here for it. I like the laid-back sneaker look.
Same.
Just so on point. Thank you so much. You helped me pick the ultimate date night look, and I think my girl will be happy as well. So you can shop this and a whole lot more for your girl this Valentine's Day. I can't even say it. I'm so nervous. But get in store, get online, get onto the Woolworths app. You will be inspired for the month of love. Thanks, guys.
Oh, that is so incredibly good.
Oh, welcome back. I have just flown into a kitchen that Louisa has filled with the most delicious and beautiful ingredients. I had to get dressed up a little bit to join you in the kitchen this morning. So good to have you here. Thank you so much. We are all about using seasonal produce when we can get it, and we are getting it in spades this morning. But we want to look at healthier options through a new lens. And we are in the kitchen to whip up something seriously delicious. It's an air fryer friendly recipe as well. We're going to kick things off with a roasted butternut and cottage cheese salad. Simple, satisfying, and packed with flavor. Louisa Holt here now joining us to create something that is popping with color, with nutrients, and a whole lot of flavor. First of all, how are you, my dear?
Very good.
I know we are like a whirlwind of energy this show, and we sweep in and we sweep you away. But I think often we need to start our day with a fresh perspective. And when it comes to eating healthily, often we think we are sacrificing the flavor, we are sacrificing the mouthfeel, the texture, all these things just to get the nutrients. Not so much.
Not so much with this one, no. This one's full of color, full of flavor, full of texture, exactly.
Oh, it looks
Perfect.
beautiful. Okay, so where do we begin?
So we begin, basically, well, first of all, let me tell you what it is. It's a roasted butternut and cottage cheese salad. And we're going to be using the air fryer to roast the butternut.
Yes.
So that's the first thing we're going to start with.
All right.
So you can start with that. What we've done is just cut the butternut into smallish pieces, and this just obviously helps it cook quicker, helps it to caramelize nicely, keep it, sweet and juicy.
There's not a home cook out there who hasn't gone to cooked butternut and try to cut pieces in half while it's while it's cooking, because we've all done that, and then you've got 3 or 4 that are on, and we're going to need a little bit. Oh, delicious.
You can give it a little bit of a spray of olive oil.
Okay, I need a sprayer of olive
we
oil in
go.
my life. I really do. And obviously this is going to help caramelize around the edges. 'Cause
Absolutely, yeah.
I think for me, the flavor development when you're roasting is just a lot better. But now we
Much
get to
better,
do
yeah.
that in 10
the
minutes
air
or
fryer.
20 minutes as
Exactly.
opposed to half an hour.
I know. I mean, you know, usually you would have to preheat your oven. It would take so long. So here with the air fryer, it's literally going to take about 15 minutes and it will be done.
Absolutely beautiful. Okay,
So-
well, we'll
so,
get
yeah,
that
we're
on the
gonna
go
put it
in just a moment.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, we can.
We'll have to plug that guy in just a moment. We'll get that going.
We've actually already pre-done. one,
Luckily,
so
I
we
was
just-
here all night. I came in here at about midnight, and me and the little fairies, our amazing kitchen team are on it this morning. Okay, so we've got a beautiful
Yeah.
button. But how long does it take?
So basically, you would put this in now, and it would cook for about 15 minutes. So halfway through, we're gonna just add some cherry tomatoes to that. So those two ingredients are both gonna roast together and just, you know, become sweet and
Big
taste the
peppers.
flavor so nice.
Completely. Okay, so
Yeah.
our butternuts sorted. We've got our tomatoes, and they do look beautiful as well. And now we can start compiling.
So now we're gonna make the dressing.
Okay, can I give you a hand with this?
Yes, you can. There you go. You can actually, you want to swap places with me.
trade
You can
places.
like cut those into little smaller pieces. So the dressing is going to be made with sun-dried tomatoes, and those have been marinated. And that's just so that it gives it, you know, keeps them nice and soft and gives it a little bit of extra flavor. And then we're going to be using some Dijon mustard. And this is all very quick and easy. These recipes are from my 30-minute air fryer cookbook. So they nothing takes longer than 30 minutes.
Absolutely beautiful.
exactly.
I'm going to put
Delicious
those
flavor.
back in here.
So we've got mustard, we've got a little bit of cider vinegar, and that just get whisked together.
Okay, and that is for...
And then some olive oil. And then our flavor boost, which is thank you so much.
Oh, man, I think we underuse sun-dried tomatoes. I think tomatoes in general, I absolutely love them. I love them fresh. I'm luckily, I think early on, my mother developed a love for salads in me, which is something that
good.
I appreciate
Yeah,
greatly.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I find it's an opportunity to get creative, not to kind of hem yourself in from a nutritional perspective. But you start to discover things about, you know, the humble tomato that you just
Exactly.
never knew.
Yeah.
That looks amazing. Okay, now I
That's the
suppose
easy
we are
dressing.
putting
Yeah.
together.
So now we can move over to here and just get our spoon. So what you would have is your delicious roasted butternut. That's now
And the char is good.
cooked.
The char is beautiful.
Char is
That's the
beautiful.
flavor.
So that just, now we just assemble. So it's actually so easy. And then your roasted tomatoes.
Can you maybe with your incredible foodie network that you have, can we come up with the official term for creating a salad? Because compiling,
Compiling.
it doesn't sound that sexy. It just doesn't sound so romantic. And for me, the culinary arts are the most romantic. It's the month of love. You know, how many relationships succeed or fail on the battlefield of food, you know? It's such a vitally important thing. Now, I love the fact that you don't have to be a chef to start playing with flavors.
No, this is so easy. This
You
is
know
now,
what you like
this is
as
now
well.
cottage cheese that we're adding. And that's, you know, normally lots of people mainly use feta cheese. But cottage cheese is actually so nice, and it's very high in protein and very low in fat.
Super
So
healthy.
it's
yeah.
very healthy. So I'm just going to carry on adding. So here we've got
a bit
some
of sweetness coming from the
lovely
red onion.
onions.
And also really good for you, gents. I've heard that it's vital that we get our red onions in.
Yeah, it's full of nice antioxidants and things. And then you can either use rocket or spinach leaves. I've got some spinach and some rocket here.
I love the pepperiness of rocket from
Yeah.
you. It's a grown-up herb.
And then, of course, some delicious basil. And because we've got those sun-dried tomatoes and the tomatoes, you know, those flavors just work so well with basil always.
Oh, man.
Lovely Mediterranean flavors.
It is beautiful.
And then what else? Oh, and then we're just actually going to finish off with some pumpkin seeds, also nice and healthy, and adds that texture that you were talking about.
You can also
later
roast
as
them off
well.
in your air fryer if you've got a whole lot that you're wanting to add a little bit more flavor.
Exactly.
Oh, then we're going to I'm going to let you put the finishing touches. extremely simple to make, but this looks kind of restaurant quality, and I'm here for that. These kind of meals that surprise you as the chef because they come out so much better than you thought they could.
Exactly.
I love the introduction of the cottage cheese here. If you think of like a ricotta, what that does in this instance,
ricotta would work well.
it's ideal. Absolutely beautiful way to start your day. So if you want to cook along, scan a QR code. If you're going to make it, it's got to look better than ours. Good luck. We want to see the photos. Carissa, I have a feeling this is one breakfast you are going to sign up for this morning.
And then we can, of course, just season with a little bit of salt and pepper. Cottage cheese doesn't have like a very strong flavor.
Oh, I would 100% agree. That is right up my alley. So please save me a plate for a little bit later. Right now from the kitchen, we're going to turn our eyes onto our future, because right now I'm talking to the future CEOs, the innovators, and definitely the game changers. Now, this one is definitely for you. Richfield is making dreams a little more real with a 200,000 Rand study bursary and laptop up for grabs. And we want to know how this could change your life. 200,000 Rand, Graham.
Sure.
That could really change your life.
That's a lot of education.
Sure.
And they do it well, and it's cutting edge education, but it's also a community. It's your strategic network of people that you're going to enter the workforce with. Love their culture. Absolutely love the fact that they're also wanting to give young people, South Africans that don't have an opportunity.
I love that you said opportunity, because that was going to be
Come
my
on.
word for today. Now, to enter and put yourself in the running for this opportunity, complete the online application form, then head to the Expresso social pages and tell us how a study bursary from Richfield could really enrich your future and help you reach your goals. Now, don't forget to use those hashtags your future enriched and hashtag Richfield. Now, the competition does close on Friday, the 13th of Feb. T's and C's can be found on our website too.
If you could go back and study, would you study?
Absolutely. I want to study.
What would you study?
So I have my honors at the moment, so I'm 2 degrees deep, and I would love to do my masters and a couple of short courses along the way.
What was your course?
It was in anthropology, social anthropology, yeah. So the
what are
study
you
of
doing here?
people, the study of culture. I'm
on
studying
earth
you,
are
Gray,
you
didn't
doing
you
here?
know? You are my subject.
It's
of
all
my
a simulation.
next
Now I
thesis.
understand all the questions after every show. Now I get it.
Just me with a notepad.
But it almost strikes you want to learn how to learn in today's world. Because we are
100%.
constantly, every job you have, you're going to need to learn and rest on those skills. So, you know, with Richfield, they are next level. So find your next level. Come on. And we are loving all of your entries as well. Clearly, people are ready to embrace this opportunity. So please keep them coming and make them absolutely brilliant, because you know a lot of people are going to vie for a 200,000 Rand bursary and a laptop courtesy of Richfield. But I think it's the doors that it opens that are most exciting for me.
It's true. You don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Please go ahead. And remember that registration week at Richfield happens now. You can register every day this week, including Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on all their campuses. That happens nationwide.
In fact, let's get into some of those comments right now. I'd love to hear how you guys are feeling about the opportunity. So let's see who has entered and how we're feeling about their pitch here. Masando saying, education is the key to breaking barriers and building a better life. This bursary would empower me to pursue my passions and create a ripple effect of positive change.
Okay, Masando, I'm so here for it. Let's see what Lerato has to say. Education would enrich my future by opening doors that hard work alone cannot. It would give me the skills and the confidence and qualifications to create stability for myself and my family. Oh, I like this. Break generational limits and build a future where opportunities are earned, not wished for. With education, I can turn my dreams into a career and my potential into purpose. Wow.
Wow.
All
you
those
mentioned
words
my
just
favorite
hit me so
keyword.
deeply. Oh, my
But it is, it
goodness.
unlocks that door. Let's see if we can squeeze in one more. These are absolutely brilliant. Well, we're going to get a ton more. I have no doubt this is probably going to break all records for entries. Why? Because it's a 200,000 Rand bursary and a laptop, courtesy of Richfield. So you can head over to our website to get the deets, head over to our socials to get inspired. We'll see you on the other side.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome back. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show indeed, and you're on S3. And my friend, it is all in the name of us making sure that you know all about the beautiful things that can make your life easier. So when a headache hits or a toothache starts, TriPark is ready. It's the pain powder Gogo reaches for because she knows best. TriPark is a triple relief powder for headaches, toothache, and colds, as well as flu, ready to work in 8 seconds. Because pain never waits, so why should you? Do the right thing and allow yourself to have the pain relief that you truly deserve. And right about now, I need you to make sure that you stay tuned and you get very, very alert, because we need to get on into the news headlines with the gorgeous Carissa.
Zanele, thank you so much for leading us here. It's just gone 7 o'clock. Let's get straight into your national news headlines. And this time around, we're talking to motorists who will see a welcomed relief at the pumps from tomorrow as fuel prices will fall. Now, petrol will decrease by 65 cents a litre, and that's for both grades, diesel by 50 cents and illuminating paraffin by 53 cents a litre. However, LP gas will rise by 31 cents per kilogram. Now, the Mineral and Petroleum Resources Ministry attributes the changes to lower international product prices and a stronger rand, despite crude oil prices pressures from geopolitical tensions and severe cold weather in the United States. Well, let's get into another bit of national news where US President Donald Trump has threatened to sue South African comedian Trevor Noah over remarks made while Noah hosted the Grammy Awards in Los Angeles. Now, the dispute centers on a joke following Billie Eilish's win for Song of the Year, referencing Trump's past interest in Greenland and recently released Jeffrey Epstein case files. Posting on Truth Social, Trump called the Grammys unwatchable and accused Noah of defamation. Now, both Trump and former President Bill Clinton appear in the Epstein sex trafficking and abuse documents, though both deny any wrongdoing. In your international news-making headlines, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has ordered the start of nuclear talks with the United States. And that's according to local media. Now, the move follows mounting pressure from US President Donald Trump, who has warned of possible military action while expressing hope for a diplomatic deal. Now, Iranian officials say frameworks for negotiations are being finalized, with messages exchanged through regional intermediaries. Tehran insisted it seeks diplomacy but rejects ultimatums. Now, regional powers continue pushing for talks to ease tensions surrounding Iran's nuclear program. In other news, British government-owned investor Gridworks has signed agreements to develop electricity transmission projects worth about $400 million in Ethiopia. Now, the deals signed during a visit by Britain's foreign minister mark Ethiopia's first public-private partnership in its transmission network. The projects will expand renewable energy, improve regional connections, and accelerate household electrification. Now, the UK also pledged technical assistance funding. British officials say the initiative supports job creation in the Horn of Africa, when many migrants have attempted to reach the United Kingdom. Let's close up with some more Grammy news, where critically acclaimed filmmaker Steven Spielberg has officially now joined the elite EGOT club, and that's after winning his first Grammy at the age of 79. The director of classics include Jaws, E.T., The Extraterrestrial, Jurassic Park, and Indiana Jones, who won Best Music Film for Music for John Williams, a Disney Plus documentary he produced celebrating the iconic composer's career. Now, the win completes Spielberg's collection of an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony, making him only the 22nd person in history to achieve the feat. The documentary honors John Williams' immeasurable influence on film and culture, with Spielberg praising the composer's unmatched legacy. Now, the milestone places Spielberg alongside celebrated EGOT winners such as Audrey Hepburn, Barbra Streisand, Whoopi Goldberg, Elton John, and John Legend. Well, on that note, we close off your 7 o'clock news. It's time now for your latest in sport with Gray.
With the small matter of a T20 World Cup on our horizon, we are getting really excited, and of course the team starting to settle in. Let's start with Sri Lanka now, who have notably omitted their test captain Dhananjaya De Silva from their 15-man T20 World Cup squad, citing poor recent form. That while Dusan Shanaka takes on the captain's role. He'll lead the hosts who begin their campaign up against Ireland this Sunday. Indian seamer Ishan Malinga, he's also included in that squad as Sri Lanka prepare to, of course, co-host the tournament with India. Now let's get into some rugby news, and Maro Itoje will begin England's Six Nations opener up against Wales on the bench. That was after taking bereavement leave. And then Jamie George, he captains the side at the famed Twickenham Stadium. Henry Arundel, he makes his first England start since the 2023 World Cup, now back in the fold, while England aim to extend their winning run over Wales to 12 matches now. Getting back into the European football connection, Sunderland continued their incredible year, reigniting their European ambitions with a dominant 3-0 home win over Burnley. That, of course, at the Stadium of Light, with Habib Diarra striking twice before Dean Talby sealed the result with a stunning long-range effort. Burnley offering little resistance as Sunderland extend their impressive home run this season, and the fans as well showing up at the Stadium of Light. Now, not too far away, Udinese claimed back-to-back Serie A wins for the first time since September by edging out Roma 1-0 in Udine. Jurgen Kellenkamp's deflected second-half free kick proving decisive as the host defended resolutely, now snapping a 6-game losing run against Roma and denting the visitors' push for that coveted top 4 position and Champions League football next year. That's where we leave our sport for now. We'll touch on the news, traffic, weather and sport in an hour. In fact, we'll get into the traffic right now and get you set for your day at work.
Well, thank you, Gray. Let's see what is happening on your roads this morning. We get started out in Gauteng in Mayors Park, where traffic is extremely slow moving on the N4 westbound after the ramp from Watermeyer Street. Now, motorists that side are urged to make use of an alternative route if possible to avoid expected delays. In other news, Cape Town, your roads are looking like this out in Khayelitsha. There's a stationary vehicle on the N2 inbound after Muwe. Now, lanes are restricted, resulting in delays along the affected route. Please go ahead and plan your morning commute accordingly. Well, that is where we leave your roads for now. Let's have a look at what's happening in your weather. Now, we get started out in Polokwane, where you're going to be starting your week with thunderstorms today. Temperatures will start off with a low of 18 and then also reach a warm 31 as your high, with light winds expected from the north. As for your rainfall, it is expected here and there throughout the week. Out in Klerksdorp this morning, you can expect scattered thunderstorms for your region. We start off the day with 18 degrees and it peaks at 33 today, with light winds coming through from the northwest. As for your temperatures, they all reach above 30 from now up to Sunday. In Pretoria this morning, you'll experience mostly cloudy skies accompanied by scattered thunderstorms. Now, light winds are expected to come from the northwest, and temperatures will range between a low of 18 and then reach a high of 31 degrees today. Rainfall will persist today, but by tomorrow it clears up. Out in Johannesburg today, you'll experience mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms. Now, temperatures will range between a low of 16 and a high of 28 degrees with light winds from the northwest. From Joburg, we move to Mbombela, where today brings you afternoon thunderstorms with light winds coming through from the northeast. Temperatures start off with 19 and peak at 31 degrees today. As for the rest of your week, it's looking like great weather until Sunday. Bloemfontein, you're up next, where today brings mostly partly cloudy conditions, accompanied by scattered thunderstorms with light winds from the northwest. Today will bring you a low of 19 with a high of around 36 degrees Celsius. Now, the wet pattern does continue by Thursday, but as for today and tomorrow, looks like good weather is expected. Richards Bay, today you'll experience partly cloudy skies with a low of 23 and a high sitting at 31 degrees today. Moderate winds are expected from the northeast, and clear skies with warm temperatures are forecast all up until Thursday. Out in South Africa's playground, Mr. Durbs, you're up next, where you can expect mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures will range between 24 and 30 degrees today. Now, winds will be moderate coming through from the northeast. High temperatures, they are forecast for the rest of your week. Mthatha, you are up next, where today you'll experience afternoon thunderstorms. Now, temperatures will start off with a low of 21 and reach a high of 32 degrees with light winds expected from the southeast. Now, heavy rainfall is expected for the rest of the week. Craddock, let's see what it's looking like on your side. Your region will experience scattered thunderstorms throughout today. Temperatures will range between a low of 20 and reach a high of 36 degrees with moderate winds coming through from the west. Now, high temperatures in the lower upper 30s are forecast for the rest of the week. Well, Abeka, you're up next, where you'll experience partly cloudy skies today. Temperatures ranging between a low of 22 and then a high of 26 degrees with moderate winds expected from the east. Well, from GQ, we move over to gorgeous George, where today brings partly cloudy conditions to your regions. Now, temperatures will range between 20 and peak at 26 degrees today. Light winds are expected from the south. Now, rainfall is expected over the next couple of days, so do make sure you have an umbrella within arm's length. Out in Cape Town, you can start your Tuesday off with cloudy morning skies transitioning to sunny conditions. Now, strong winds will appear with gusts of 34 kilometers per hour expected to come through from the south. Temperatures start off with 20 and reach a high of 25 degrees today in the mother city. Out in Sutherland this morning, you'll experience abundant sunshine. Temperatures will range from a chilly 17 and then climb to 31 degrees today. Now, moderate winds are expected to come through from the west, with high temperatures in the lower 30s forecast for the rest of the week, or at least upper 20s. Out in Kimberley today will bring sunny conditions to your region. Temperatures ranging between 22 and 39 degrees today. Quite a hot one on your side, but light winds can be expected to come through from the west. And the hot temperatures do continue into the weekend. By Thursday, though, there will be some downpour. Uppington, last but certainly not least, 24 is how we get started today with a peak at 42 degrees. Light winds will be coming through from the southwest today. And it looks like really hot weather for the rest of the week, but nothing outside the normal. Well, those are your temperatures for this Tuesday. We'll see what's happening again at 8 o'clock, giving you an update. But now, though, let's see an update coming from Keymouth. And we already know that Keymouth is absolutely breathtaking. But through the eyes of Ken, it is even better. Ken, we have our own Ken in studio, in fact. So thank you so much for joining Graham on the path to success. Absolutely beautiful looking out at Keymouth today. We appreciate you. And remember, you can also share your morning view with us on this number, 063 036 9649. We look forward to seeing all of that as we get into a winning Tuesday.
Listen, I know that today is a very big day. Why? Because your life could change, my friend, and let me tell you how. Because all you got to do is play Powerball for an estimated Powerball and Powerball Plus, rather. The jackpots are up for grabs this Tuesday. And friend, it is an estimated 34 million rand. You've got to make sure that you don't miss out because Powerball is an estimated 21 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 13 million rand today. It's big things and it's so easy for you to get involved and hopefully be a winner because all you got to do is get onto nationallottery.co.za or you can buy a lottery ticket rather in store, or you can head on over to the mobile app, cell phone banking, or you can just dial *120*7529# for USSD. It is so simple, it is so easy, and I am crossing fingers for you, my friend. And all of the details that you do need are on our social media pages. So head on over to Expresso Show. And friend, more than anything else, I am so excited. Why? Because all this money could be yours, but when you don't want to do the right thing. It is so easy peasy. Panda Pusha Play Powerball and Powerball Plus for an estimated 34 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. I am so keen for us to see who could be the lucky winner. However, I'm also excited for us to get on into our conversations for today, my friend. Why? Because, well, you could win an entire year's supply for you and your family and your friend and whomever you want to share with. It's all up to you. But I do tell you this much as well. On the way, we're also having conversations around education and so much more. Stick around. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Whatever your reason to go, you could get up to 100% off on flights. Book on our banking app. Your story matters.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back, Mzansi. You're right here on Expresso on S3. And listen, we've been having such a beautiful morning already. We're only in the second hour of the show. And my friend, there are such great things coming your way. You're in the right place. And more than anything else, we get to have a beautiful celebration this morning. Because if you're thinking about your next step after school or looking for a place where your future really gets shaped, then this is one campus you need to know about. Richfield College is all about opening doors and helping students turn ambition into action. And this is why this morning we're joined by a king. His name is Adam Kelly, the Group Chief Commercial Officer at Richfield. And today he's going to help us take a closer look at what makes this college more than just a place to study, but my friend, a place where your dreams can come true. Everybody, please will you give Adam Kelly a feel-good welcome? My Adam, how are you?
Oh, it's wonderful to be back, Sanelli. I'm very well, thanks.
Oh,
yeah, great.
Well, welcome home, Adam. That was the first thing I said to you when you walked through the door. I mean, I always love the fact that you guys every single year are just like, how can we change someone's life? But let's go straight to the beginning, Adam, because, you know, there's a few people who've been living under a rock. They don't know what Richfield is. So for those people, you know, how would you describe what kind of college Richfield actually is?
So I think the first way to describe is, you know, when we look at the unique characteristics, is probably to go back and say, well, what makes us all the same? And I think, you know, we're a private higher education institution, as most people know, and you know, really we're subject to the same standards as public universities. We subscribe and are accredited by the Council for Higher Education, which is overseen by the Department of Higher Education. So really, it's important to know the similarities in that point. There's many people out there that are wondering, am I getting accepted? Where am I going to study? Where's my son or daughter going to study? Or those that are sitting saying, how can I further my career? And maybe this is the day where they think the distance learning option to pursue is something like that. But in terms of the unique offering, really, Zanelli, it sits in the experience.
Yes.
And that experience starts with your first touch point, you know, going online to richfield.ac.za. And really, again, us investing in the resources. We've got 250 student advisors at this time of year that are there to support you. So it's that team that will get back to you within 24 hours of going online and doing your application. You will know where you stand in terms of advising you on the many qualification choices or career choices that you want to pursue. And ultimately, it starts with that experience. And that really transcends into, you know, that experience on your first day, meeting new people, connecting with other people for you as an individual to grow. I mean, we see it as there's a learning experience that sits within Richfield naturally.
I love that.
But also there is this life experience that, you know, you can't just teach, but you experience. And it's that transformative experience over your 3-year qualification, your 1-year qualification, whatever it is, that ultimately sets you up for success afterwards. That's just really inculcating industry badges into the curriculum, really makes our curriculum relevant, but ultimately our graduates relevant in the field of IT and business as well.
Well, Adam, I feel like now I need to go and just apply. That's how I feel after hearing all of that. I love it. And I also love the fact that, especially in a country that, you know, we unfortunately have so many challenges when it comes to education. Places like Richfield are making it accessible to young people, right, in terms of education and the doors that can be opened to them. So let's talk about, you know, where students can find your campuses first and foremost, to anybody who's like, where's the campus? But also secondly, just in terms of why accessibility is so important to Richfield.
Absolutely. So accessibility is huge. I mean, that's why we've invested in campuses all over the country. Our 8 campuses, 4 in Gauteng, 2 in KZN, 1 in Limpopo, as well as in the Western Cape. But I think what's super important is that's complemented by our distance learning offering. So, you know, we see many school leavers all over the country subscribing to distance learning as well, the online learning, but mostly, obviously, working professionals, those people that are looking for a career change. I mean, you look at Richfield's qualification offering. We subscribe to a qualification mix that really is related to relevant skills that have been sought after within the market, within industry. So it's really important for us then to look at those people as well that are saying, hey, you know, today's the start of me changing my career. Today's the start of me accelerating my career. Today's the start of me actually committing to something. And we see a lot of working professionals saying, hey, I can't stop working. Well, absolutely, carry on working. We've got a dedicated team that will ultimately fit into the flexible offering that online learning is.
I love that.
And that's the accessibility component, and really not breaking the bank in the process as well. And I think we've put a lot of effort into ensuring this high quality premium learning experience that's tailored for an online student or an on-campus student,
Yes.
but making it super accessible as well.
I love that. And Adam, you're speaking to South Africans. We're not breaking the bank, but we're getting a world-class education. Thank you very much. That's beautiful. But now I need us to talk about the learning experience of a lifetime that you as Richfield are really just advocating for. Talk to us about this, please, sir.
You know, so as much as we put, Zanele, an effort in your learning experience,
Yeah.
you know, the benchmark for us is it's all about when you graduate. It's about what you will go on to do. And really, it's all of that, the future you that is ultimately shapes the learning experience and the life experience that you will have with Richfield. And I think for us, that's super important. And as such, we invest in collaborations with industry in terms of the curriculum to make you job ready. So, you know, the names of IBM, Cisco, Amazon Web Services, these are household names within industry at the forefront of the Internet of Things and AI, and really bringing that digital thread into the learning experience. But this learning experience of a lifetime really transcends into this holistic experience and student experience. So, you know, we understand, we've been over here for over, what, 3 decades, Nelly? So we've taught a lot in 3 decades, but we've also learned a whole lot more. And those learnings have constantly gone into innovating how we deliver our curriculum. So those learnings have gone into understanding what an 18, 19, 20-year-old is going through and how to meet them where they're at in terms of an on-campus experience. We understand what a mother or father of children is going through in terms of accelerating their career and investing in education.
Beautiful.
So, you know, we've crafted our learning experience to meet them where they're at. And that's where we are.
Over 30 years, that's older than me. I love that. I love that for you guys. And Adam, very quickly, if anyone is out there who's feeling inspired and wants to just really get more information and even apply, where can we go, please?
So it's straight to our website, richfield.ac.za. We are inundated with applications at the moment. It's a busy time of year, but we have committed the resources to get back to you within 24 hours. So start the application, fulfill your application. A student advisor will get in touch, and you know, ultimately we'll bring you into our world. We'll look after you. We're here with you all the way, and we look forward to, like we do with many alumni who often graduate and go on to pursue our postgraduate qualifications as well as our MBA. But ultimately, we'll stay with you as you make a success of your career and your life.
Adam, Nelson Mandela would be proud of you because you're pushing education forward and putting the kids first, and we appreciate that. And more than anything else, I think it's so incredible that you are just saying to anybody out there, not even just the kids, even if it's someone who just really wants to forward their skills or really move in terms of their careers, you guys are there for that. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Zanele, and thank you to your audience and the Expresso family.
Of course. I told you he's a king. Adam Kelly in the building, all in the name of saying that Richfield is here, my friend, to make your education experience in South Africa that much richer. And now I want to tell you about an experience and even an opportunity that you cannot miss out on. Richfield is doing the most yet again this year, and you could be a winner. So you could stand the chance to win a 200,000 Rand study bursary and a laptop with Richfield. All you got to do is complete the online application, then reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us how would a study bursary from Richfield enrich your future and help you reach your goals. Don't forget to use the hashtag #YourFutureEnriched, as well as #Richfield. And don't forget that the competition closes on Friday, the 13th of February. That's literally less than, 12 days away. T's and C's do apply, and you can get them on expressoshow.com. And I wish you all of the best, because we saw it last year and the year before where Richfield was just enriching someone's life that much more and allowing them to have this opportunity of a lifetime. And it could be yours, my friend. But the thing is, you need to enter. So head on over and do the right thing. Right about now, I need you to make sure that you do not go anywhere, because we still are in the business of entertaining you here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. My Cape Town family, how are we continuing on this beautiful journey right here on S3?
We're smelling stationery. I love it. Is it weird that I love the smell, I love the sound, I love the look of stationery? No, I don't think you're allowed to do it. Oh, man, I love stationery so much, and it became a part of my process of getting excited about the new year. Certainly about school, you needed everything you could to be enthused. But for getting set for work now, I didn't realize how much I needed a full set. Oh, I call them Kokies, okay? I know they're markies, but it's Koki if you've grown up in South Africa. But I do need now, for different kind of themes and energies
and
around
surfaces.
things, I need colors to connect. And so it's weird, like solid thoughts will go down in black. when I'm working in the energy space and creating new stuff, then I'll work in the green.
And the yellows.
Purple comes in a lot because I've run out of other colors and I just have to use purple. But I've been thinking about this. If there was one thing, if we had to distill it down to that one piece of stationery that's going in your stationery box, what would that
Why
be?
do I have to choose one?
Because we're on a limited budget.
I'm going to say it quickly so we can pretend it's one. Eraser, sharpener, pencil, pen, and highlighter. That's one word. It's one word.
They don't have them all in one, but you can fit them into one little jar, just like that. And
what would yours be? Chunky chunks?
It has to be chunky, man, just so I can just draw big lines wherever I want and ticks and stuff. Now, I do love the chunky pen. It is something really, really cool. And once you figure out how to write neatly with it,
it's
like calligraphy. You're on another level. Look at that.
Oh, she's chunky.
Yeah, we celebrate all shapes and sizes.
It's a
feel
technique.
like you could learn to write calligraphy or maybe you couldn't, but with enough practice. No, that looks beautiful.
It represents you.
Hey, if you could learn
the little
kind of
like
artistic Japanese script, absolutely beautiful. There is no doubt that when you need the right tool and you don't have it, it can be a massive frustration. But when the creative juices are flowing and you kind of hit that flow state, you want to be able to grab a pen, right? You want to be able to jot down in your notebook. Sometimes you want to be able to take super neat notes.
Agreed.
Or you just want to doodle. Can I use your gold pen?
If you have to, you've got a time limit though.
Thanks.
Okay, well, if you are a highlighter fan, or maybe you're a Neat Notes pro, Artline has the stationery to help you with your back-to-school glow. And it really is a glow. I feel like you start walking different when you know that you've got enough stationery in your backpack. And Artline are giving you the chance to win a year's supply of Artline stationery, and that is worth 5,000 Rand. Imagine how many
You won't fit it all into your backpack. You're going to look ridiculous if you're going to try and carry around all of your stationery all the time, but it's all right. Now, we understand how much you need and you love it, and 5,000 Rand a year's worth is going to get you there. So how you do enter is to reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and tell us which Artline stationery item helps you stay neat, organized, and ready to learn. And it's not restricted to just students. We're all learning through every stage of life. Don't forget to hashtag Artline Africa so we know it qualifies for the competition, and that comp ends on the 25th of Feb. It's a Wednesday. Look out for it, but T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Okay, take us through what you've got there.
I've been thinking for the longest time, in South African rugby circles, it started in sevens. We play inside, outside the box. And that's what I like about our show. We have found freedom to express ourselves, but within a greater framework.
Yeah, you are somewhere here.
Outside the box, both of the boxes. You can decide, you want to be inside the box, outside the box, jumping off the pier, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is, you need your art line.
It's true. And then if all else fails, just learn to write your name in a really cool way.
I'm going to get that tattooed.
You should. That was the plan.
Not on me, though. Not on me.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. welcome back. It is, of course, your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it's a Health Tuesday too, which is why we're getting into a topic about constipation. Now, this is something many people experience at some point in their lives, but what often starts as a mild discomfort can quickly become more severe, especially if it's left untreated. Now, this morning, general practitioner Dr. Chanel Martinezson is still with us to unpack the truth about digestive health, but also constipation and what it is, why it happens, and when it actually becomes a concern. Doc, thank you so much for chilling with us today. You're seeing the behind-the-scenes craziness as well. I know you love it, don't you? I've got to ask you, though, first and foremost, many people know the uncomfortable feeling of needing to go, but not being able to actually do it, known as constipation, but not really know what is going on with their bodies. So can you break that down for us?
So constipation is a change in bowel habits. So it obviously happens when there's difficulty, straining, there's an uncomfortable bloating feeling. But it is also when there's a change. So what your normal used to be is what changes. So there's a wide range of what constipation is. So you can, some people's normal is 2 times in a day, and it ranges to 2 times in 2 weeks. So it's a big range. So you need to see what's your normal. If you are in the 2 times a 2 weeks or twice a day range, and if that changes and there's uncomfortability and bloating and just sitting on the toilet and straining, that is when you have constipation. So it's that difficult, you know, going to the toilet.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are some of the common causes that bring us to a point of constipation?
Yeah, so it would be low fiber diet, so less vegetables, fruit, legumes, whole grains. And then dehydration, so not enough water. So I often tell my 3-year-old to drink more water. So when she has a good stool, she's like, Mom, I went. It wasn't painful at all because she drank her water.
So that helps with lubrication?
Yes, just getting everything out. And then active, so staying active, which is a big thing that a lot of people, so going to gym, staying active. And then some medications can actually be causing it as well. So medications that have opioids in it, so it can cause everything to just, you know, stay like that, and then it doesn't let anything out. A lot of iron tablets also, so a lot of females on hematinic, so who have anemia, they often don't take the meds because it causes constipation. And then other things like pregnancy can cause constipation, and even menopause. So people who are going through menopause.
Well, women out there right now, please drink your water, is what we're saying.
Yes.
You're saying pregnancy, menopause is also something that can happen?
Yes, it also changes in the hormones. Yeah.
Oh, right, of course. Okay. Well, we know that it can range from being pretty chronic to constipation that we can maybe take care of at home or over the counter. But what are the different degrees of constipation, and especially in recognizing them, hopefully early on for somebody?
So mild, moderate, and severe is usually how we classify it. So mild would be just a bit of irregular movements and maybe a little bit of uncomfortability. And then moderate will be, you know, not going as frequently and a bit of straining. The severe constipation is when it's a bit more rare. So that would be where patients present with, you know, the red flag symptoms. So they would have some nausea, some vomiting. So they really are not passing anything. And this would usually be if it's more than 3 weeks. So if it's taken them, you know, 3 weeks and there's nothing that's been, they feel it, but it can't come out, that would be when they would want to seek medical attention.
Oh my goodness. Well, I hope that there's light at the end of this tunnel. But before we get there, at what point does constipation move from being something that's short-term that you can take care of to something severe, like you're saying, and should be addressed? And also, why is it important that we do address it?
Yeah. So with the constipation, a lot of patients would just deal with it, and they would be like, okay, then we would, you know, just tell them maybe exercise, some more water. So some people don't know this, that we're actually explaining today. So just adding more water, doing those things just helps the digestive system, you know, just flow nicely. But the red flag symptoms is when there is blood in the stool. So that can be something very small like hemorrhoids, like piles, because of the straining. But it can be something as bad as a prolapse or, you know, a mass or something in the rectum or in somewhere in the digestive system. And then that could be a very bad. So there's blood in the, so look, if it comes out, just
always
check.
look what you have delivered.
So check that there's no blood. If there's nausea and vomiting, because that could suggest some obstruction. So it's not, nothing is coming out, so it's going to come out to the top.
No.
So that could be a sign of something more severe. And then obviously the pain, so sharp, terrible abdominal pain. So a lot of, this is actually a very common thing that I see almost every day at Inner Health. But it would be those those severe red warning signs is when you should actually go and see the doctor.
Wow. But we want you to take care of yourself.
Yes.
So you said water, fiber,
Yes.
and also movement.
Yes.
Is going to place you in a better position.
Yes.
Especially regular
Yes,
movement and
yes,
fiber, right?
yeah.
Oh my gosh, Doc. Okay. If somebody right now is maybe dealing with this, can we go to an over-the-counter option?
Yeah, there are lots of options,
Yeah.
but I would first say look at your diet and your lifestyle.
Okay.
I would first say maybe try to see what you're not doing. Are you taking any medications that could be causing the constipation? So a lot of people with severe pain, they end up taking opioids every day and then not knowing that that's actually what's causing the constipation.
Right. We had some examples of a few foods that you can include in your diet. You said legumes.
Yes, whole grains, fruit, vegetables, yes. Water, water, water.
Water, and a colorful plate ahead of you. All right. So I feel a little bit more prepared. Thank you so much for this. And we hope that your flow will be just as good, Mzansi. Take all the tips that you can from our good doc, because understanding what constipation is and knowing when it becomes more than just an occasional discomfort definitely is key to maintaining a good digestive health. And when it comes to managing constipation effectively for the whole family, there are trusted solutions available to support everyday relief. Doc, thank you so much once again.
Whether it's acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you. Get the constipation relief you need from Aspen's laxative portfolio.
So let's get the point across. Whether you suffer from acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you. Aspen offers a full range of laxatives tailored to your needs, whether you are seeking rapid or gradual or long-term relief. Aspen offers a range of laxatives suitable for various age groups as well, which is great, right from infants to adults. And you can, of course, trust South Africa's value-leading laxatives company to offer a suitable laxative for you and your family. So please do yourself a favor, visit Expresso's social media pages right now if you want to get more vital information.
Whether it's acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you. Get the constipation relief you need from Aspen's laxative portfolio.
Oh, Feza is breaking the internet, breaking all streaming platforms, and he's going to break your TV on the other side. Zanele is so excited to connect with this young phenom who is making massive, massive waves in the South African music industry. I think globally he is ready to make his mark. So cannot wait to connect with Feza and find out how he is doing. Then Louisa Holst is back in the kitchen. She has whipped up 2 incredible cookbooks to help us with the air fryer. She is empowering us with some of the coolest recipes that are so much more accessible than you think. Yep, all you need is an air fryer and a little bit of creativity. We'll see you for that after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Oh, yes, it is Mzansi, and it's so good to be with you. Thank you for trusting us with your morning, because you could have been anywhere else, but you know where the good vibes are, and we're so glad that you do, because we only ever bring you the best when it comes to your guests. Now, my friend, it's the month of love, and what better way to set the mood than with the song that has captured every heart in the country. Yes, Apha Mzansi ke. Whether you're celebrating with your makondana or still searching for that special soul, this next guest provides the perfect soundtrack. Fresh off his historic #1 spot on the charts, we are joined by the man who has taken Maskandi to the very top of the global charts with his hit single, Umakondana. His name is Feza. Please, everyone, let's please give him a very feel-good welcome. It's Feza Langa. Feza Licious, how are you?
Ngiyaphila njani sisi?
You're right, Nkosi bhuti wami.
Siyaphila.
Siyabonga to have a #1 hit here on the couch. We're so grateful, because we are more than anything proud of you, bhuti wami. Uzive njani ngokuyazi ukuba you were at the #1 spot?
Yo, sisi wami, okunye nokunye angikholwa ngoba ngiyafika la emculweni, so hey, kuyimanje nje angikholwa.
Ewe.
Kuyimanje angikholwa ngoba umfana omncane nje ephumele emakhaya bakithi. So kuyinjabulo kakhulu kumina.
Mafika izolo, kodwa you're already taking over.
Yes.
Ewe bhuti. Kodwa masithethe about upbringing yakho bhuti wami. Wakhulela laphi kanye kanye, and ibinini kanye kanye uba uzibona ba I need to be in music?
Mina ngikhulele eNquthu esigodini sakwangwetshana eKZN. Ngizothuka-ke bengayiboni ngiwumculi nje ekukhuleni kwami, futhi ngangingazi ukuthi ngumculi. Ngakwabona abantu ukuthi no, khona into umuntu angayenza. Bengumuntu othanda ukuyibandakanya kakhulu ey'ntweni njengengoma, sigida ingoma emakhaya, isicathamia nayo yonke lento leyo. So base bebona lapho ukuthi no, le voice ayikwazi ukuthi iphelele la kuphela nto. Akungena emva kwemic sibone ukuthi kuzokwenzakala ini. Ngangena-ke emva kwemic nangempela kwaya phezulu.
Hey, quite cool. I love that. And Puti, I know that, you know, for you, it's been such a journey. Ngoba, you're somebody who takes, you know, this beautiful Afrobeat sound, and then you mix it with imaskandi, and then usnike lento that is just so beautiful. That is umakondana wethu.
Yeah.
And this is why I have to ask you, wafikelela njani to that sound specifically?
Ekuqaleni kwami ukucula kahle kahle, ngiqala nje ukungena emva kwemic, ngaqala nge-Afropop. Yes. Kodwa ukuqaleni kwami kuba yi-artist, ngaqala ngaba imbongi. Ngihayi inkondlo yonke lento leyo. Nakhona ngibiza omunye umngane nami, ngangacabanga ukuthi ngiyoba imbongi ngelinye ilanga. So ngase ngandlulela esigabeni sokuthi ke manje sengifuna ukuyimela ngibe umculi. Ngaqala ngacula i-Afropop.
Yeah.
So ngenxa ukuthi ngumfana wasemakhaya ke angikwazi ukufinyelela kahle kuma platforms we-Afropop. Laba bamaskandi vele basukela ngasemakhaya ngakuthini. So kwangcono ukuthi ngafinyelela kangcono e-studio yonke lento leyo. Then mase ngidecide ukuthi no, ngicela mina sengizocula umaskandi. Sengithi okungcono athi ngikhanda into yami entsha ezokwazi uku-accommodate bonke abantu, mhlawumbe abalalela umaskandi, abalalela ini nendlela engibhala ngakhumbula phela bengibhala iy'nkondlo, so ukubhaleni vele ngikudi. So ngase ngimixa-ke isitayela samaskandi ne-Afropop. That is why now uyizwa uma uyilalela ukuthi
into kaFeza le. When nobody else can do it, uyapheka bhuti wami, and upheka kamnandi futhi ke, and you are feeding us, because 10.2 million views on YouTube. Into enkulu kakhulu leyo.
Into kakhulu.
Yeah, mntasekhaya. And I mean, when we talk about just lengoma, abantu, they say it's catchy, it's emotional. Xa simamela, we feel like we are in love. And this is why I have to ask you, yafika njani kanye kanye lengoma? Where did it come from?
Isikhathi esiningi mangibhala ingoma ngumuntu osabalisa kakhulu umqondo. So ngiyifaka ey'nyathelweni zomuntu okhethile ngaleso sikhathi leso. Ngiyifaka ey'nyathelweni zomuntu ohlukumezekile njalo njalo. So ukubhala kwami le ngoma le ngangiyibhalela abantu abathandanayo vele. Not knowing ukuthi kuzohamba abantu bekhethe noma bengenabo umaqondana.
Bathu, Feza. And Feza, ubukhethile wena?
No.
Why are you so defensive?
Ngangithi nje ngibhalele abantu nje ingoma kuphela.
Bayathanda ukutsho ke sana, but ke it's fine. We will let you be ke Buti. And Buti, I have to ask you, you know, because this is such a big hit on YouTube and everything, you know, xa uyoperformela abantu kwenzeka ntoni kanye kanye in the crowd? What's the reception of you going and performing that song live?
Into eyenzakalayo ke abantu bavele beyiculele bona. Bavele beyiculele bona, uthola ukuthi even ne sound ayisazwakala.
Oh no, I love that.
Sometimes ngize ngicela uDJ ukuthi mhlawumbe nginike noma 1 minute and a half ukuthi nje ngicule nabo siyiculela sona mhlawumbe uzowabona ama-video uma ungapostile lapha so sebeyicula kakhulu okudlula the sound yabo so yeah
that's beautiful. And what does that mean to you, Feza?
kusho lukhulu kumina kusho ukuthi abantu into engiyenza bayayithanda nami ngiyithakasela kakhulu into abayenzayo.
Beautiful. Well, my Feza, like I said, we're so proud of you, and we're very excited. Very quickly, yes or no, are we getting something else here in terms of music in 2026?
Yes, nakanjani seku-ready ngo-Good Friday ngephasika nje iyaphuma i-album kaFeza enama-hit odwa
ama-hit odwa. Bathanda abantu abayazi into yabo. I love that.
Hayi makuziwa lapho-ke siswami ngeke ngikhohlise.
Hayi Feza, uyayifeza into yakho and we love it and siyabonga bhuti wami.
Ngiyajabula kakhulu.
Are you ready to perform for the country?
Yebo, ngiredi.
Oh, come on. He's here, he's ready, and he's welcomed us so beautifully, and he's allowed us into his mind in terms of where he is in music, but also he's welcomed us to the month of love and friend. This specific song, we can't wait to see you pour your heart out on our Expresso show pages in terms of what you think about what he's going to do on the stage later on. Do not go anywhere, it's all going to be happening. But for now, I was talking about how Feza's cooking over there in Cape Town. Maya Peg, they're in the kitchen. My gorgeous Carissa, what's going on? I heard you guys are making one of my favorite dishes, some pizza.
Not yet. Okay, I've said we are not allowed to indulge in the pizza just yet. We've got to keep it a little bit healthier. No, we will be making a pizza in the air fryer in just a moment. Louisa Holst is here, and she has gifted the world 2 amazing things. 30 minutes South African air fryer cookbook, Suid-Afrikaanse Lug Braai cookbook. That's the first time I've said that. We are breaking new ground. Yes, our air fryer is a very valued member of the kitchen because it allows us to do things a bit quicker.
Exactly.
And that is great. So explain yourself. I'm seeing the healthiest thing we've made all year. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, this is quite healthy. We are doing ostrich kebabs, and we have spiced them with a biltong flavor. So we're going to use the spices that normally you would put on biltong, so coriander and, the sweet, sour vinegar, Worcester sauce we're going to use to flavor that.
That's brilliant because for me, ostrich can be a bit one-dimensional in its flavor profile, and people I think they find it quite metallic in its taste, if you know what I mean. It's got that, so you want to really give it, because it's a beautiful sounding board. It's going to take in all of that flavor.
No, so it's really easy. It's basically, like I said, brown vinegar, Worcester sauce, and then a little bit of olive oil, or we can just spray our ostrich. And ostrich is very lean. That's why it's healthy, obviously, and very low in fat and very low in cholesterol.
Must be one of the leanest, actually, proteins that you can get.
No, it is.
So I would imagine you need a bit of oil or a fat in there because it's got very little substance in
just
that
to
sense,
keep it from drying out, and also just to, again, help it caramelize in the air fryer. So that we're just going to coat in that, and it doesn't. It's a very tender meat as well, and it actually stays tender in the air fryer. It's actually amazing how juicy and tender it stays.
It's ideal for the air fryer, because I find often a red meat, I'll struggle in the air fryer, not because of the lack of effectiveness, but because I don't back myself maybe, or don't understand it fully, will give it too much, because it is
sometimes you overestimate.
Yeah, exactly. But I do find that when dealing with the fattier meats, I do want that kind of heat. So after I've fried a steak, I will put it for even 2 or 3 minutes in a really hot oven to render and release. But here, you've got the flavor in spades already.
Exactly.
Just the more you pour in, the more you get out.
And then we're going to add some more flavor, this is coriander seeds, and of course this is that typical. Oh, smell it! It's that typical biltong flavor.
This is the only way I can take coriander, is on biltong.
Oh, yes, you don't like fresh coriander.
I'm sorry to say that to all the coriander fans out there.
Coriander's got a much different profile,
Very different.
profile. So.
Also, I quite enjoyed it in a chili kind of concoction, which almost a relish that was kind of so funky that it actually just worked. And I don't know if it's an official culinary term, funkiness, but there's certain flavors that can only be described as such.
So that was a bit of sugar, and that's just to help it brown nicely, and it also just gives that. I mean, if you think of biltong, it's always got that sort of sweetish flavor.
For sure, it's a balance of, and I think we are masters at spicing and treating our meat. So lean into that. This is generational knowledge here when it comes to biltong and skewers.
You can help me so long. So we just basically, what we're going to do is Oh, okay, let me just put these out onto the plate, and then we're just going to season it with that spice mixture that we've made, and then thread it onto the kebab sticks. And that'll literally take about 4 to 6 minutes in the air fryer. We cook it at 200 degrees.
Okay, so nice and hot.
Yeah,
You're not
nice
playing
and
around.
hot.
Okay.
Let's just spice.
Sorry, how long did
these.
you say?
About 4 to 6 minutes.
4 to 6 minutes. So,
it depends how big your cubes
it's
are.
going to feel too short. It's not.
No,
and
you know,
air fryer
it
packs a
does
punch.
carry on cooking when it comes out of the air fryer. So you don't want
nick
to
one of those.
Yeah, you can. We're just going to spice those a little bit, and then you can just put some onions in between, and then we're just going to thread those on, and. The recipe's in the air fryer cookbook, but you can also find it on the website. We serve it with sweet potato and butternut. So that we cook in the air fryer ahead of the time. That takes about 15 minutes in the air fryer. And then what we do is actually add the kebabs.
Oh, we are warring over the same kebab here.
Oh!
It's a jousting
We're
tournament.
running
I'm
out
going to
of,
steal the last
out
piece
of
here.
meat.
Well, that's a good sign. That's a very good sign.
Well, we can
and I like
carry on,
the chunky onion does help. Give yourself some robust pieces of onion to work with.
Yeah, you can use red onion as well if you want. You know, it obviously gives a lovely color, but red or white.
I'm going to steal one.
Okay, you can carry on there. And so,
Upside.
yeah, like I said, basically what we do is we start by cooking the butternut or pumpkin if you want to as well, and some sweet potato. Because this is now your full meal, and basically the whole meal is ready within a half an hour. So once that's about 15 minutes, then we're going to put these kebabs right on top of this, and then basically pop it
in the nick of time. Look at
back
that.
into the air fryer, and
we have one. I'll give that.
There we go. You can put that in.
Oh, well done.
Would go ahead and
simple. I mean, that's a 10-minute meal. That is incredible. If you wanted to marinate and kind of do this ahead of time, is it worth it, or do you need to with
you
the ostrich?
don't really
it
need
takes
to
it on
because
so
it actually absorbs the flavors very quickly. And like I said, because it's a tender meat, you don't have to tenderize it. So the whole aim is that, you know, you want a quick, healthy meal for your family. And that's what this book, the recipes in this book are all about as well.
Might have to change it to like 10-minute air fryer meals. You're the victim of your own success here. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Can I try a piece?
Of
I would
course you can.
desperately like to try this. It is the marinade that I'm most interested in.
So now you must just see, does it remind you a little bit about eating biltong? That's the whole aim.
I'm
And you
getting
know,
the
as South
smoky
Africans,
sweet.
we love our biltong. So see what you think. Yes,
Giving me
no,
biltong
maybe.
vibes. What I love is there's a little bit of sweet, but then it's got some char as well. It is lovely. Albeit it's quite heavy for breakfast. No, that is absolutely delicious. The sweet. And it's a beautiful meaty protein. So to have something to offset it,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. So obviously you can also use other veggies to roast under your kebabs if you want to. But the whole aim is you put it all in one, basically an all-in-one dish in your air fryer, quick and easy, healthy family meal.
Just don't forget to put your sweet potato and your butternut or your pumpkin in a little bit earlier, so that's coming along nicely. Then literally 4 to 6 minutes and your beautiful ostrich sasati kebabs, whatever you want to call them, are ready. If you want to cook along with us right now, scan the QR code on your screen, but ultimately get your hands on 30 minutes South African air fryer cookbook. I'm going to say it one more time, 30 minutes Suid-Afrikaanse lugbraai cookbook. And please, we want to see the results. If you're going to create, we want to see it for yourself. So head over to the Expresso socials and show us what you got. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to try some of the onion.
Good. You can use beef as well if you really don't want to eat ostrich, but...
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Kumnandi Expresso. So nice that I must sing this morning because it's absolutely lovely to be with you. But also, on top of everything, we get to make you a winner, my friend. But actually, you have to make yourself a winner. Let me tell you the details. Essentially, 34 million rand in total estimated Powerball and Powerball Plus jackpots are up for grabs this Tuesday. Don't miss out. And all you got to do is play Powerball for an estimated 21 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 13 million rand today. Vandag namhlanje, my friend. What are you waiting for? Buy your ticket now in store or on nationallottery.co.za. You can do so on the mobile app, rather. Or, my friend, you can go onto cell phone banking or simply dial *120*7529#. It's so simple, it's so easy, and it's for USSD. But all of the details that you do need are on our Expresso show pages. So if you've missed anything I've said, you can head on over there. However, Panda Pusha Play Powerball for an estimated, or rather, Powerball and Powerball Plus for 34 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. It's so beautiful, and we're so glad that hopefully, you know, luck could be on your side and you could win a couple of millions. Who knows? However, for now, something that we do know is that we need to get you up to date with what's happening all around the world and right here in Mzansi in terms of the news. Here's the gorgeous Carissa.
Well, thank you so much, Zanele. Just moments before we hit 8 o'clock, and it's time now for your national news headlines. Where name changes for 21 towns in the Eastern Cape and KwaZulu-Natal are set to be gazetted following approval by Arts and Culture Minister Gayton McKenzie. Among them, Grafrenet is expected to become Robert Sobukwe Town, honouring the PAC founder. Now, authorities say required processes, including public participation, have been followed. The Sobukwe family has welcomed the move as recognition of his contribution to South Africa's freedom struggle. Now, the new names will become official once published in the Government Gazette. In other news in the country, and good news at that, motorists will see welcomed relief at the pumps from tomorrow as fuel prices fall. Now, petrol will decrease by 65 cents a litre for both grades, diesel by 50 cents, and illuminating paraffin by 53 cents a litre. However, LP gas will rise by 31 cents per kilogram. Now, the Mineral and Petroleum Resources Ministry attributes the changes to lower international product prices and a stronger rand, despite crude oil price pressures from geopolitical tensions and severe cold weather out in the United States. In your international news-making headlines, grief has swept Nigeria following the death of 26-year-old singer Ufuniana Nwangene, who died after being bitten by a snake in her Abuja apartment. Now, Nwangene rose to fame on The Voice Nigeria in 2021 and was admired for blending jazz, classical music, and soul. She sought treatment but succumbed to complications. Her friends described her as a rising star planning her first solo concert. The hospital involved has denied claims that anti-venom shortages contributed to her death. Meanwhile, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has ordered the start of nuclear talks with the United States, and that's according to local media. The move follows mounting pressure from U.S. President Donald Trump, who has warned of possible military action while expressing hope for a diplomatic deal. Iranian officials say frameworks for negotiations are being finalized, with messages exchanged through regional intermediaries. And Tehran insists it seeks diplomacy, but rejects ultimatums. Regional powers continue pushing for talks to ease tensions surrounding Iran's nuclear program. And closing off on a Grammy note, where a new Grammy and a new album on the way mean 2026 is shaping up to be South Africa's superstar Tyler's biggest year yet. The water hitmaker revealed backstage at the Grammys that her second studio album, called A-Pop, will drop this summer, moments after winning her second Grammy for Best African Music Performance for her song called Push to Start. Known for blending pop with R&B and amapiano into her signature pop piano sound, the 24-year-old says the project reflects growth, confidence, and new creative freedom. Now, fans spotted early clues with the album title hidden in her Chanel music video. With a tour planned and already charts conquered, Tyler's global rise shows no signs of slowing down. On that feel-good note, we close up your news for this Tuesday morning. Let's get your final sporting highlights now from Graham.
So can we officially call it a pop now. I think we can. I love that for you. She is so clever and amazing. Congratulations, Tyler. Let's turn to cricket, though, because we have a World Cup around the corner. Sri Lanka have omitted their Test captain, Dhananjaya De Silva, in fact, from their 15-man T20 World Cup squad, citing poor recent form. That while Dasun Shanaka will lead the hosts, who begin their campaign up against Ireland this coming Sunday. Then injured Seema Eshan Malinga, he's also in the fold, included as Sri Lanka prepared to co-host the tournament, of course, with India. Now let's get into rugby ahead of the Six Nations, as Maro Itoje will begin England's Six Nations opener against Wales on the bench. That was after taking bereavement leave. And then Jamie George stepping into the captain's role at Twickenham. It's going to be a cracker. Henry Arundel also making his first England start since the 2023 World Cup, while England aim to extend their winning run over Wales to 12 matches now. While staying in the area for footballing news, Sunderland reignited their European ambitions with a dominant 3-0 home win over Burnley. That at the Stadium of Light, with Habib Diarra striking twice before Chamsdean Talbi. He sealed the result with a stunning long-range effort. Burnley offering little resistance as Sunderland extended their impressive home run this season. Staying with footballing news, not too far afield, Unis, they claimed back-to-back Serie A wins for the first time since September by edging out Roma 1-0 in Udine. Jurgen Ekelenkamp's rather deflected second-half free kick proving decisive as the host defended resolutely, snapping that 6-game losing run against Roma and denting the visitors' push for the top four in that coveted Champions League spot. Well, that's where we leave our sport for this morning. Come on, Proteas. This is your chance. Of course, they've got one last warm-up game against India tomorrow that we can revel in before they take on their World Cup campaign. But right now, let's help you tackle the traffic.
Thank you so much, Gray. Let's get straight into what your roads are looking like out in Cape Town in Bonteheuwel. Heavy delays are underway due to increased traffic volumes, and that's happening along the end to inbound at Robert Sobukwe. Now, please exercise patience and maintain a safe following distance if the affected route is part of your morning commute. Sticking in Cape Town but heading to Bellville, traffic is extremely slow moving on the N1 inbound at Durban Road. Now, delays are expected, so do allow for extra travel time if that is your part, or at least part of your morning commute. Wherever you're headed this morning, please do arrive alive and stay safe while driving. That's where we leave your roads for now. Let's have a final peek at what your weather's doing. We get started out in Polokwane, where you're starting off your week with thunderstorms. Temperatures will start off with a low of 18 degrees and reach a warm 31, with light winds expected to come through from the north. Now, rainfall is expected over the next couple of days. Out in Klerksdorp, you can expect scattered thunderstorms on your side of town. Temperatures start off with a low of 18 and climb to 33 degrees today. Now, light winds are expected from the northwest. Temperatures in the lower 30s are expected for the rest of the week. We move on to Pretoria next, where you'll experience mostly cloudy skies accompanied by scattered thunderstorms. Light winds are expected from the northwest. Temperatures will range between a low of 18 and a high of 31 degrees today, and good weather is coming your way from Wednesday into Thursday. Out in Johannesburg, today you'll experience mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms. Now, temperatures will range between a low of 16 and reach a high of 28 degrees, with light winds coming from the northwest. Now, you are in for a period of wet weather, so do make sure that you pay attention to that. We move on to Mbombela next, where today brings afternoon thunderstorms with light winds from the northeast. 19 is your low with a 31-degree high today. Let's move on over to Bloemfontein now, where today brings mostly partly cloudy conditions, accompanied by scattered thunderstorms with light winds from the northwest. Now, today will bring a low of 19, or 17 rather, and a high of 36 degrees Celsius. From Bloemfontein, let's move on over to Richards Bay, where you'll experience partly cloudy skies with a low of 23 and a high of 31 degrees Celsius. The moderate winds are expected to come from the northeast. Clear skies with warm temperatures can be expected going into tomorrow. Sticking along the coastline, let's head to Durban, where you can expect mostly cloudy skies today. Temperatures ranging between 24 and 30 degrees. Now, winds will be moderate coming through from the northeast. High temperatures are forecast for the rest of the week until Thursday, where it will take a turn. Mthatha, you're up next, where today you'll experience afternoon thunderstorms. Temperatures will start off with a low of 21 and peak at 32 degrees today. Now, light winds are expected from the southeast. Heavy rainfall is expected for the rest of the week, so please do dress warmly. Out in Cradock today, your region will experience scattered thunderstorms. Temperatures ranging starting at 20, working its way up to 36 degrees today, with moderate winds coming through from the west. High temperatures in the lower to upper 30s are forecast for the rest of the week. Out in Gqeberha, you'll experience partly cloudy skies. Temperatures will range between a low of 22 and a high of 26 degrees today, with moderate winds expected to come through from the east. Oh, gorgeous George, you're up next, where today brings partly cloudy conditions to your region. Temperatures, they will range between 20 and 26 degrees today, and those winds will be light coming through from the south. Now, rainfall is expected over the next couple of days, so do be warned. In the mother city, you start off your Tuesday with cloudy morning skies, and that transforms to sunny conditions, but there will be strong winds with gusts of up to 34 kilometers per hour expected to come through from the south. As for your temperatures, it's a low of 20 and peaks at a high of 25 degrees today. Sutherland, you are up next, where you'll experience abundant sunshine. Now, temperatures will range from a chilly 17 to a warmer 31 degrees today, and winds will be moderate expected from the west. High temperatures are expected for the rest of the week, just missing the 30-degree mark. Let's see what's happening out in Kimberley. Well, today will bring sunny conditions to your region. Temperatures will range between a low of 22 and a high of 39 degrees Celsius. Winds will be light and come through from the west. As for your weather, though, it is hot all the way around, but cools down on Thursday, where you can expect some rain. Uppington, you're up next, where today you'll experience partly cloudy skies, accompanied by light winds from the southwest. We start our day with 24 degrees, and it works up to 42 today. And that does remain the same throughout the week. Wednesday, 40 is your peak, and Thursday, 38. That is where we leave your temperatures for now. We've seen from the rest of the country, but what does Transkei look like? That's what we want to know, and Willie came through with the best answer. Thank you so much, Willie, for showing us that gorgeous morning view. A little bit cloudy in the background, but listen, it does look absolutely stunning. The birds, I mean, they're paid actors. Please, let's give them an applause as well. They're looking absolutely incredible. And thank you so much, Willie, for sharing your morning view with us as to what the Transkei is looking like today. 33 degrees is what you can enjoy once the clouds have moved out the way. So we do wish you a beautiful and blessed day. And you can too share with us, so we have the rest of the week to get through. If you don't have this number, take it down right now. It is 063-036-9649. That's our direct WhatsApp line, so let us know what it's looking like on your side of town as we get into the final hour of your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh man, thank you so much, Cape TZ for Shizi. And yes, this is exactly where you deserve to be, Mzansi. Why do I say that? Because we've got a superstar who boasts 10.2 million views in terms of one of their songs on YouTube. Just that one. It's so incredible. And now we get to be entertained by them. Everybody give it up for Feza Langa with none other than Inhliziyo Yami.
Whatever your reason to go, you could get up to 100% off on flights. Book on our banking app. Your story matters.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've touched on Grammys in the news, but we have to actually unpack it right now. From jaw-dropping couture to questionable choices. We're going to be just a little judge-a-duck today. It's okay. The 2026 Grammy Awards red carpet has it all. Now, this morning, we're diving into the ultimate fashion face-off. Who wore it best and who completely missed the memo? And joining us is none other than the sassy and genre-defying powerhouse, Miss Tia Black. Let's give her a feel-good welcome.
This intro.
I'm going to say welcome back.
Oh, welcome back.
Welcome
Yes,
back.
Hi.
It's your first time on the couch this year.
This year, yay.
Oh,
in
it only took
Feb.
2 months, but I love that you came Valentine's ready.
Yes, not Valentine's ready.
Oh,
No.
Valentine's is coming.
Okay.
Where is your boyfriend?
Happy birthday, Beyonce. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I've been waiting for somebody to acknowledge me. Speaking about acknowledging superstars, Tyler, we have to start with the bar really high, talking about our superstar.
Listen, she's everybody's niece. She's everybody's cousin.
Yes.
She's everybody's chummy and friend. We love her. In my eyes, she can do no wrong.
I agree.
She can do absolutely no wrong.
I haven't seen her miss a red carpet moment either.
Okay, I'm not going to lie.
You have?
I have, but not for her.
Okay.
Just like nobody else got it.
And you didn't get it either?
No, I got it. I'm just like, why are you guys hating on our girl?
Okay. Well, we definitely loved her on this red carpet. She wore like a sleek modern gown, shimmering accents, standout minimal. It was powerful. We need to decide if it was a success or a hot mess. So bring up the images immediately for me.
Yeah, no.
10s around the board, no notes.
Listen.
I will say though, I do have one note. Sorry, my bad.
You just said no
I know
notes.
one. It's a footnote.
Okay.
Her hair. Not feeling the hair.
You know what?
It's too nothing. Like, why is there this big piece hanging down the front?
I think I know where it was going because once upon a time, we all did the little side piece.
A little piece hanging
right,
out?
and then you put up the high pony. So it's giving effortless.
Okay.
But chic.
Maybe
and
that's
sleek.
the vibe.
Yeah, it's not too put together.
Okay.
You
It's
know?
giving, just tuck away this piece here at the back behind your ear. But she
Cor-
looked gorgeous all around.
Listen, like I said, she can do no wrong in my eyes. I don't care what you say.
Ach, we love you, Tyler.
That's our cousin Dad.
Congratulations. It is our cousin Dad. Okay, Heidi Klum, I have many questions on this outfit. She wore a shiny semi-nude piece with matching pumps, eye-catching, but many felt it crossed the costume territory rather than a red carpet look. I had a question. How did she sit down? Because that looked like it was made out of wood.
I'm
What's
not
going
even,
on?
No, I'm not even, like, I've already turned it. It's a hot mess for me.
What's going on?
Because I feel like this look has been done by Kim K already, and she hit it so well. She hit it so well.
Yeah.
That if you do it after her, it's just like, really can't.
It's also giving like Heidi Klum Halloween-y.
It's giving I'm trying too hard.
Oh, Heidi, you don't have to because you're Heidi Klum.
You're exactly. You're
Body's
literally.
tea, though, that if it's molded after her own body, it looks incredible.
I feel like, you know when you used to play with your Barbies?
Yes.
And they can't move the middle section.
But they
It's
could
that.
you also get the ones you could clip out. Some of them were pregnant. You could have the little belly.
Why were you playing with pregnant dolls?
I wasn't. It was my friend. It wasn't me. Let's move over to Doechii. Is it a success or a hot mess? Now, she made a major fashion statement, arriving in a custom Roberto Cavalli gown. I personally have to say, hot mess. I love the train, and the way it moved on the red carpet was incredible. The top half?
Yes.
What's going on?
So I'm saying I'm 50-50.
In the middle.
Right. Same with you.
Yeah.
The train was amazing. Her body is, and also she's the people's favorite.
Right.
So you don't want to say anything, but girl, it was not giving cuppage. It was not giving
Support.
Lifted support. We're supposed to be supporting each other.
You know, especially when it comes to the girls.
The girls.
And
So,
we are
yeah.
girls. And we wish.
Yeah.
I just, you know, if the whole thing was in purple, I feel like it would have made a statement. But the rust top, it was rusty to me.
I feel like it was maybe a bustier top that, you know, when we pair things together, it's like I got this skirt here and then I got this there.
I bought the top from Chinatown and then I got the pants
From
from the...
Truworths.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I get you.
It's
Okay,
giving that.
Let's move over to the next one. It's all about Rose. She is, of course, K-pop's shining star, Blackpink's Rose, stunned in a dramatic black and white couture look. That kind of balance minimalism with high fashion. Black and white is having a huge moment right now. I'm immediately going success because I will be recreating this look. Tia.
Hey, boo. Why are we shouting at me?
What's going on?
I feel like it is a black mini, like a cocktail dress
Yeah, but
that they
then the
put a
white
massive
bow.
serviette over. She looks like an ornament that was on the table.
Tia.
I said what I said.
You said an ornament?
You know the little 21st ornaments that you get on the table?
She looks like one of those.
She looks like a table, and then your auntie asks, oh, can I take the ornament home?
Because they always will. The aunties will take the decor.
So I just feel like, I think there wasn't enough, for me, there wasn't enough done with that bow.
Right.
So if there was maybe like a little, maybe like a satin finish at the end, so that there would be something glistening somewhere. I was just giving, it was monotone serviette holder.
I love it. Okay, so when you see me on our red carpet wearing that, are you going to say, pass me that serviette?
Yes. I'm going to, because I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, and I mean with love.
You say tough love, in other words.
Always.
I love it. For me, it's a success. But let's move over to Miley Cyrus. Okay, another one of our girlies who embraced a bold moto punk aesthetic, arriving in head-to-toe black leather. This was actually a Celine suit, and it also had a gold brooch on it. So let's see. It had an M and a C, obviously her and a man's. I'm going mess.
Why would you say? I'm also going mess.
Because it's not giving Grammys red carpets.
It's giving I'm going to a night out with the friends.
I'm confused.
But to like a local bar.
Oh.
And then the bar said upscale.
I feel like if you're going to do a suit, you better be
Like
the best
do a
person
suit.
who's ever worn a suit in the whole of existence. Because a little leather jacket with a brooch.
I have a leather jacket, so can I go to the Grammys?
You can go to the Grammys. Can I be a plus one is the
Yes,
question.
yes, that's
You'll have
always.
a T and a C. It'll be very cute.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
At least we're not doing a little suit that doesn't look like a suit.
All right, let's see the guys. We'll go very quickly through this. Hot mess or a success? Let's start with Samba. What did Samba look like? A Best New Artist nominee. Did he look the part as well? Well. Yes, success. No, Tia. Why? Give me one sentence.
I feel like he is a piece of tinsel on a Christmas tree.
Tin Man.
Yeah, and also the gaunt wara wara fish paste here on the side. It's just not giving for me.
It's giving for me.
It's not.
It's giving chiseled. It's giving Tin Man. It's giving Dorothy, take me away. I
Okay,
like
girl.
it. Bad Bunny, he made history. Let's check him out. Wore a custom black and white Schiaparelli haute couture suit.
Oh, good Lord.
Success. You're looking at his face. You didn't
I
even
don't
look at
care.
his suit.
Sometimes your face carries the look. Right?
He looked amazing, actually. Very
He looked
classic.
good, it was giving classic man.
I'm a classic man.
Giving classic man, but also it's giving, he's not trying too hard. He's not trying to be
Yeah.
cringe with going over the top and doing too much.
Right.
He's kept it simple. He's kept it really sleek.
Okay.
So,
Bad Bunny, no notes on this side.
No notes.
Harry Styles, let's see if we've got notes for you. Where's the shirt? I'm going to leave it in the middle for this one.
No. Oh.
Where's the shirt? Do you need a shirt?
Why? He's got jeans on.
That made it a mess for me. Wait, no.
Are you going to the shop?
No, Harry doesn't care.
Well, we don't care for this look.
Harry's so blasé with it.
That blasé blazer. I do not like it.
Oh no, Harry. Okay, it's a hot mess, but we do love you. Benson Boone, I feel like, I didn't see his look, but I feel like he probably wore nothing as well. Let's see his look. Okay. I like it more than Harry's, but I don't like the shirt, so I'm going to leave it in the... Oh, okay. The full look. I like the full look. I'm going success.
Okay.
You have
so
not moved your board
No,
from
I was
hot
going to
mess.
move it right now, Rasa. So I'm putting it in the middle.
Okay.
Because I think, like you say, the full look with the jacket closed, but as soon as you open the jacket, it looks like he's wearing a, a all-in-one satin
that you
thing.
tie at the bottom.
Yes, it's giving the satin top and the mesh bottom. It's like, no.
No goodness. Okay, I will tell you though, when it comes to Tia Black, success. Every time, all
Hot
the
mess,
time.
all
No,
the time.
every time she's a success. Tia, we love you. Thank you for
you so
being
much.
here. We appreciate the judgeradness. I'm hoping it landed on good ears because they must step it up next year.
Listen, I think when it gets to the Grammys next year, then we should do this live. We just, live.
As they're walking the carpet. Even better if we're on the ground. So to the powers that be,
Yeah,
put us
get us
there.
there.
Get us there. Put us on the carpet. We love you, T. Thank you so
Thanks
much
for
for coming
having me.
through and spilling the tea with T. That's it from our entertainment desk for today. Thank you for joining us. We hope you agree. If you disagreed, let us know. Hot mess, success. Hit us up on our socials. You can find us at Expresso Show and find you at...
T of like 007 IG, and that's about it. because
007.
Yeah, man, you know the story. I'm not going to go into it. It's very detailed.
Shaken, not stirred on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh man, I love these conversations. Entertainment news always just riles me up. You know what I mean? It gets me going. And this is why we love the fact that we get to have chats with you about it as well and get to hear what you have to say. So this is why we asked you about the Good Morning Post, where we told you that the 68th Grammy Awards took place on Sunday. And we're talking all things red carpet looks still, even when it comes to this. And we ask you to please share your favorite looks with us on our WhatsApp line 063-036-9649, as well as hashtag Expresso Show. Let's take a look at some of these answers, even though I know who's going to come out on top, because I just know. Firstly, this is a duo that absolutely 100% ate up Christmas. And this comes from Chantal Hercules, who said Tyler and Sabrina Carpenter. Come on! Miss Carpenter eating up the carpet. But of course, Tyler, our gorgeous, gorgeous national treasure, who's a two-time Grammy Award winner. Thank you very much. Mo Am Frankfurt says it's Olivia and Tyler for me. Yes, please. David King says Benson, Tyler, Sabrina. But what was Chapel Roan? Heidi Miley thinking, OMG. Why are you coming for them? Oh my goodness. We just asked you for the good ones, friend. Oh my word. You like drama, David. Then Greg wraps it up for us saying, Chapel Roan and Carol G. See how sometimes one can like something, another one can't? It's all beautiful to be able to see what our different views are. But for me, the queen of the carpet, the queen of South Africa, it is 100% none other than Tyler. Now, I need you to stick around because we still have so much to come. I mean, our incredible guest in terms of music this morning is still going to be entertaining you. And then we're having gorgeous conversations around our mother tongue. Stick around. You're on S3. We're going to take a short break. We'll see you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Did I not tell you it was going to be a short break? And I promised you as well that we still had delicious things coming your way, Mzansi. And today we're joined by Wandile Mate, a South African writer, speaker, social work student whose work is deeply rooted in empathy, resilience, and the empowerment of young people. Now, Wandile's writing captures the realities that many young people face, from navigating abuse and emotional pressure to finding identity and strength in challenging circumstances. It's so beautiful to be able to see a young person who's making, just means for others to be able to cope. And his latest book, Born Positive, is a powerful collection of short stories that shines a light on the struggles and triumphs of young people in contemporary South Africa. Today, he discusses his journey, his new book, and of course, the impact of storytelling, which we love so much here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Everyone, please let's give him a feel good welcome. Wandi Wands, how are you, honey?
I'm well. What an introduction. Thank you.
It's true. My lovely, I need you to tell us today, because I feel like, you've published so many different things in terms of genres and so many different ways in which you've decided that you really wanted to tell stories, and it's so beautiful to see. But today we're talking about this one. This is one that is really something that, like I said, it's there to help out young people, to make them understand that even in challenging circumstances, they can keep going.
Yeah.
Talk to us about what exactly inspired you to write this collection.
I think this collection, actually, I'm not the only one who wrote this.
Yes.
So it's a collection of short stories from a lot of young people around South Africa. So what inspired this story, or this collection rather, is that as a lot of young people are going through a lot of things, especially post-apartheid and all of that. Our struggles are quite different from the struggles of our parents, but they're also aligned in some ways. So the story, the book came about to actually realize, or to make the connection. Yes, our struggles are different from the ones of our parents and grandparents, but they're also similar in one way, because the other generation really does influence the struggles that we go through. So we're trying to make that connection, but also to bring light into the issues that we are facing now.
This is so true. I love that. And, it's always been a very big conversation of how young people are influenced by their parents. So that's why that apartheid mindset sometimes, it's difficult for our generation to let go of it, because it's unfortunately just passed down generation to generation.
Yeah, and if you look at it, the traumas that they suffered then in the past, or the challenges that they have then in the past, also influence the way that they raise us.
Exactly.
It influences the environment that they create for us. So we want to shed light into those, and also maybe be graceful to that generation and say that we're going through this. We also understand that maybe you didn't heal from the past, and that's why you're impacting this year. So let's have this conversation and let's find a way forward.
Come on. And I love that. I think, one of the things I really appreciate is that the common thread in your work is just pretty much, how young people are navigating difficult realities and how they can possibly do so, right? So talk to us about, when we talk about rather the role of young people and the voice that we have, and even the responsibility we have with it. How do you think we're going to really shape the future social policies?
This one is it's a very interesting question, because I feel like younger people now are very powerful. Very powerful, added onto the resilience that we got in the past from the generation Yabo Sarafina, I love to call them that. We draw strength from them, and also now, because we have social media, we have the laws are pretty much open. There's a lot of freedom, and people are really allowed to do and say whatever it is that they want, as long as it's within social confines. So I think that as young people, we do really hold a very pivotal role in shaping the future of South Africa and the policies, because we can use social media to challenge those things. We can use our voices. I mean, young people mobilize themselves each and every time for a good cause. You've seen people raising funds for someone who doesn't have funds in school, this and that. So this really does show that if young people do come together, they use social media, they use their different skills, and they use the education that some of our parents were not privileged to. Then I think if we come together with all of those different aspects, then we're able to drive good change.
I love that. And it is all about driving good change, right? Because the world is looking very tricky at the moment.
It is.
So we need leaders like yourself standing up and really making a difference. But then I also know that, storytelling can be such a powerful tool, just like you're saying. How is it that you believe storytelling really empowers young people and empowers people who possibly find themselves, in really difficult situations, even when it comes to their communities, where literacy is lacking? lacking, where financial literacy even is lacking, and so many different things that they would be able to have a little bit of a step up if they just had those resources?
You know, I think literacy is very powerful in empowering people. Also considering that the writing aspect itself can be used as a tool for someone to develop or someone to cope with the challenges that we're faced with. And when we say literacy, we don't mean that you must write a Daniel Steele book in your house or in that small house that you're in or in those situations that you're faced with. But begin to write down your story the way it is. Begin to write down your challenges, because there's also, when you write, you're also releasing some things. And also while you're releasing some things, you're also creating a story. Because remember this thing, Zanele, when we write, we also answer the question of how did I cope with whatever it is that I was going through. So when you write your own book, then you're imparting strength onto someone else. So when people read your thing, they also draw strength from that.
I love that. And do you believe that literature can actively help shape even resilience?
Definitely. Because as I said, when we write, we answer the question of how, what, and why, and all of this. So a book is supposed to be meaningful and purposeful. So we write things that are meaningful and purposeful. So the reason for writing is to share the strength that I have within myself. How did I cope with A, B, C, D? And maybe you can take from that, and maybe you can also add your own things, and then we can share it with the world.
Come on. And it is all about sharing at the end of the day. We're meant to learn from each other, right? Wandile, I love your spirit. I love the fact that you have decided to, you know, take your power and empower somebody else. I think that that in itself is so special. And I only believe that you are going to go higher and higher. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I loved being here.
Of course. High five, baby. You killed it, and you're killing it, and we absolutely love it.
Thank you so much.
His name is Wandile Mate, and honestly and truly coming here and sharing his insights and giving us rather a glimpse into the heart behind Born Positive. We're all so lucky. And friend, it really just reminds us that the power of storytelling is to heal, to empower, and to spark conversations that matter. And we need to look forward to seeing how your voice continues to shape literature and inspire young people across South Africa and beyond. That is what I say to all of the authors out there, because my friends, what you have is truly powerful. Right about now, we're going to take a short break. Very small one. You can have some coffee, you can go to the bathroom, do what you need to do, but then come back because we still have things to do. Stick around.
Success starts with one opportunity. You could win a Stadio tuition bursary for your 2026 studies and take the next step toward a career that matters. Stadio Higher Education offers flexible, career-focused qualifications designed to prepare you for the real world of work, wherever and however you study. If you're ready to invest in your future, this is your moment. Enter now and tell us why you deserve this bursary. Your future begins with just one try.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, Mzansi. Siyathanda unixelela kwawa xa kumnandi ke sana, and inkqubo yanamhlanje, I can tell you it's got all of the juice and the sauce, but it's all about education as well, which we love here on Expresso. And friend, I want to introduce something to you in case you may not know about it, and it is called Taqa. It is a revolutionary South African edtech startup founded by Kawe Mula and his team, dedicated to tackling the early literacy crisis. They provide an accessible, engaging, and proudly African digital library, offering animated children's video books in all of the 11 official languages. Now, to help children learn to read for meaning in their mother tongue, as well as just allowing them to become comfortable. Now, this morning, Kawe joins us in studio to chat all things literacy and mother tongue, learning as well as back to school readiness. Now, please give him a feel-good welcome, everybody. The man who's changing how children learn. It is Kawe Mula. Come on. Kawe Licious, how are you?
Ndiphilile sisi unjani wena?
Right, enkosi. Oh, funeka ngithe isiXhosa.
Hayi na singangena siphuma.
Oh, sana. I'm joking. I can do that. Ndiyakwazi uyenza loo nto. But I think it's so special what you guys are doing, Buti. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Of course. But I mean, let's talk about Itaqa, because, you know, this is something that it goes about really allowing young people to become comfortable in terms of learning, because it's allowing them to do so in their mother tongue. So let's talk about how exactly it is that you help children to read in terms of their mother tongue and really getting them into that.
Sure. I think I like the word that you used about helping children become comfortable. You know, I think oftentimes in our approach to reading and education in general, we want to divorce a child from what they already know, right? So you might grow up speaking Xhosa or Setswana, you know, whatever the language might be.
Yeah.
But when you meet education or reading for the first time, you're confronted with a brand new language.
Yeah.
But I think it's important, I mean, what research itself tells us, but even just logically to think, let's use the existing resource of a child. Let's help build confidence in their reading by bringing stories and bringing languages that they already understand to the reading. And we do exactly that. It's in that we create our video books, which themselves make it kind of fun and easier, if you will, to engage with literature. But then secondly, it's within 11 of the official South African languages to make sure we can communicate with you wherever you are as you learn your reading and you're comfortable in the experience.
I love that. And like, you know, like you said, it's in 11 of the official languages. I think that that's so special because you're speaking to each and every one of the kids in South Africa. But I remember for me, when I was in matric, I went to a winter school, and I remember we were doing a past paper, and there were kids who, if you explained it to them in their mother tongue, they were able to excel. But, you know, it was just unfortunate that it was in English, so they weren't able to understand. So what you're doing is so important. And this is why then I have to ask you, how does Itaqa really break down those barriers of literacy? How do you see that you guys are doing that?
Sure. I think for us it's twofold. Question one is just a clear question of access, right? Which is in South Africa, we know that only about 1/3 of homes with children under the age of 10 have access to any kind of picture book.
Yes.
And only 5% of parents actually read to their children. So we wanted to create a digital archive where wherever you have any kind of device, you know, you're able to access a library of children's books within any, you know, South African language of your choice. So the first part is access. And the second is what we've spoken to, right? It's then the question of language, of knowing that there's a great underrepresentation of African languages within, you know, published fictional books, and just kind of entertainment in general. And we want to make sure that children have access to books in their languages as well. And lastly, I would say, you know, in addition to, because we have our web app on our website and some books are for sale, but we've also made sure that we have books that are up for free. So all of our audio books are available on Spotify for free. We have a number of video books on our YouTube. So to ensure that we're able to serve any and everyone with an interest in reading.
That's so beautiful. I love the free part, and especially because we understand, you know, our economic climate in South Africa. But, you know, with over 78% of grade 4 learners in South Africa struggling to read for meaning, I mean, firstly, you guys are addressing a really important crisis, right? But then on top of that, you're also helping shape the cultural identity of young people in this country. How do you think you guys are doing that? And, you know, what's been the most rewarding part of it for you?
Sure. I think on the part of, trying to shape cultural identity, I think our languages are so important, to who we are. And beyond just being a way of communicating, they also hold spirit, they hold imagination, they hold history, and I think sometimes we take for granted what it takes to keep a language alive, and what it takes for a language to have the kind of prestige, or people to carry it with the pride it requires, right? And often what that really means is for you to feel proud of who you are, of your history, you need to see yourself in places, that are considered to be official places. You need to see yourself at school, you need to see yourself in business, you need to see yourself in TV, in books, and I think when we lose sight of that, one, we lose our languages and and all of the knowledge and history there, but also there's an element of self-confidence there that you need. It's important that children know they belong.
Come on.
It's important that we know that we're of equal standing of anyone else in the world. And so I think our books are there to plug that gap and ensure that, you see yourself in the world, you give context to the fact that, I'm here amongst many languages, but my language and who I am and my history and my person is just as important.
That's so beautiful, especially because I know that, just thinking back, it was always a thing rather of the fact that if you didn't know English, then it was almost like, I'm not good enough or whatever it may be. Now I feel like things like Itaka are allowing young people to still have that confidence. So well done, Buti. And thank you for the great work you guys are doing.
No, siyatyala.
Amazing, amazing. And where can we find all of this? Please just quickly let us know.
Sure. So first, it's on our web app, all of the books. So that's www.daqa.africa. Outside of that, you can find us at daqa.africa on YouTube, on TikTok, on all of the kind of social media pages. Please do come find us.
Beautiful. We will do so, Siyabonga Putwam. And listen, Mzansi, it is absolutely gorgeous to be able to see what Ukawe and his amazing team are doing. It is a big thank you to them. And honestly and truly, listen, it's such a huge positive impact that they're making on society. So we can be grateful, like I said, with even Wandile, that we have such incredible leaders that are taking us forward in terms of growth and prosperity when it comes to education and when it comes to literature. Right about now, though, here in this beautiful studio in Johannesburg, we are going to be getting ready with our incredible performer. But over there in Cape Cheesy for Cheesy, my friends, what's happening on your side?
Man, from kids' books to cookbooks, we're going to continue in the kitchen. And we've got one last recipe that I really think is going to impress you. And it's all about keeping things super simple that Louisa does absolutely best. And now we're going to get into a veggie pizza, but in the air fryer.
Yeah.
I was actually trying to practice the Afrikaans version, the lig braai cookbook. Cookbook. The emphasis. I'll work on it. But I love the fact that we've got it in the language that serves you. Exactly. And now we literally are going to serve you. So what are we doing?
Yeah, so what we're doing today, it's basically a cheat spitzer. So it's just if you want to whip up something quick and easy, and also that's quite healthy because we're using a lot of roasted vegetables,
delicious.
Which obviously we're going to do in our air fryer. So we're not using a pizza base. We're just going to use this is a Turkish flatbread. But if you don't have one of those, you can use a pita bread or a tremazini. And that's going to be the base.
How about a wrap? Like
you could use a wrap, but then you must. It's quite thin. You must just make sure you take it out. It's going to take like literally 2 or 3 minutes.
You're right, yeah.
But yeah, so what we're going to do is it's a selection of veggies. So we've got some brinjals, we have some courgettes. You could use some peppers as well if you want. Anything that's kind of like a soft veggie that's going to cook quickly. Just drizzle it with some olive oil.
And I like that spray olive oil because it really manages how much you put on.
Yeah, so then you also don't need to drown your stuff in oil. A little bit of garlic because pizza's got to have garlic on it.
Has to.
And then we've just got some dried mixed Italian herbs.
Oh, yummy.
So that all just gets mixed together. And just enough oil just to coat the veggies. That's just going to keep it moist and
also it's olive oil, so don't be afraid of it, right?
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
Definitely one of the good oils. So coat that, and then it's going to get popped into the air fryer 200 degrees, and we'll cook it for 5 minutes.
Right.
And halfway through, just stir it again, and then we're going to throw in some cherry
blistering tomatoes.
So
I will tell you now, Mzansi, because I'm an honest person. I walked up to Louisa. I said, I'm a little bit skeptical. You said pizza and I'm seeing vegetables. What is going on? But I think you've convinced me that the flavors and the smells are already coming through.
Exactly.
It looks delicious.
Because of course we were Very clever, and we pre-cooked our veggies.
Of course.
So there we go. So that's after about 10 minutes. So your veggies are all lovely and tender, and ready to put on your
fake pizza.
Your fake pizza.
Your cheat pizza. And you've also got some basil pesto going.
So what we're going to do is we just take our flatbread, and that goes into the air fryer, also 200 degrees, just for a minute.
All right.
So what that does is it just starts it, just crisps it, starts crisping it up a little bit, so it doesn't get soggy when you actually start topping.
Important.
So what we're going to do then, instead of a tomato base, we're going to use basil pesto. So you're just going to spread that onto your base, and you could use sun-dried tomato pesto, you could use rocket pesto, whatever you like. So give that a nice good coating, because that's going to add the delicious, amazing flavor.
And also tomato, basil pesto, mozzarella, they go together beautifully. Like a caprese moment.
Absolutely.
Oh, yum.
Okay, so there we go. Then we're just going to top it with our delicious cooked veggies. So it's important to cook the veggies beforehand, because then it also just, this is going to go into the air fryer only for about 2 or 3 minutes. So you know that's not going to cook the veggies.
Because it's the cheese that we want to melt, actually, essentially.
So you need to pre-cook them just so that they're lovely and tender. And also, that's also going to help the base, prevent the base from going soggy, because if the veggies are raw, sometimes the liquid from the veggies can
And the
make
water
your base...
content in these ones is quite high.
Yeah, yes, it is. So we just cover that nicely.
Yum.
And then sprinkle it with some mozzarella. And of course, if you must put some meat on there, you can.
Can I put chicken on this?
Because I can just see my kids saying, where's the bacon? Where's the, where's the...
I could do with some chicken, but that, I mean, I would eat that in and of itself. I'm only saying that because recently I've been trying to prioritize protein. And so it's almost there for me, but the chicken. But honestly, I would eat 3 of these in any given day. That looks incredible.
So yeah, you just do that and then pop it into your air fryer, nice and hot, so 200 degrees, into the air fryer, and it's literally 2 or 3 minutes, and you're going to have your melted golden cheese and your quick and easy cheats pizza.
Wow, I mean,
Here's
look at her
our
already.
ready-made one that we've pre-prepared.
Even thrown some fresh basil on the top.
Exactly, you can garnish it with some fresh basil.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
So yeah, and there you go.
There you go. And also the recipe is on your screen right now via a QR code. How you access it, you take your phone out, you open your camera, float it over your screen, a link will come up, click it, and it will take you to the deliciousness of what is going to be your Tuesday night dinner. Because yes, I wonder, does this keep, like if I made it a night before, could I have it the next day?
Oh yeah, you could. A nice lunchbox,
That's what I'm
quick meal to take to work.
You get it, you completely get it.
Absolutely, why not?
Well, there you go. Lunch, dinner, even breakfast, because we can, is absolutely sorted right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll see you straight after this break.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, the quickest of breaks, and now we're back for the final time today because we want to give you some good news. It's all around 34 million rand. That's a lot of millions in total estimated Powerball and Powerball Plus jackpots, and they're up for grabs on this Tuesday.
Powerball, don't play. Okay, well, it actually does. That's the whole point. It's a game, so you play it. But if you do play your Powerball, and it has been big lately, 21 million rand is sitting right there. Powerball Plus, we're going to throw in a further 13 million rand today. So please, what are you waiting for? Get your tickets however you can. Go in-store with a smile on your face. Go online, nationallottery.co.za. Use their mobile app, use your own cell phone banking app, or just go old school. Dial *120 *7529 hash and follow what your phone tells you to do.
I love that. 5 ways to win. Get on it, up it right now. We've posted all the details on our Expresso social pages. Please go and check them out. And then Panda Push Up Play, Powerball and Powerball Plus. 34 million rand in total estimated jackpots is what we're saying could be yours. So don't miss out.
I'm sorry, I'm not even going to enter this one because I feel like I keep taking 15 rand from whoever actually wins these things. So I'm going to stop doing it now. I know, it's all for you this morning. In fact, this whole show and this next performance, courtesy of Feza, just for you. Take it away.
Oh.
I always say that we're already winning here in Johannesburg when we have the likes of our superstar in the building. Everybody, to close out the show today, it is a king, Ufeza Langa, with his song that went all the way to #1, Umaqondana.
Another Feel Good production.